say I'm very, very, very tempted to respond to everything I've heard so far, which was shocking in terms of the Commission, as far as I'm concerned, because we are here with a large delegation of people, and I am speaking on behalf of 1,000 children taken a month in the UK. 90.
Please respect the committee. Do not applaud.
I'm sorry, the F5 button doesn't work. Oh, yes, it does. 100,000 children a month and 90,000 or 100,000 children a month are too much. When are individual cases too much? When is pain too much? I can assure you, I've seen enough individual cases, and there are at least one Belgian journalist who has seen enough individual cases, and there is one journalist, Christopher Booker, who writes regularly about individual cases. But nothing changes, and nothing has changed in the UK. That's why we are here today. We are here crying for help. There are children screaming to be heard. If you don't hear those children scream, who will? Only the United Nations. That has to be our next step. What are you living if you only preach those wonderful laws? It is exactly the gap that Mrs. Janoka has spelled out, the gap between the judiciary and the enforcement. If painting is done, somebody comes and checks whether the paint is done properly. You better check whether the children are kept in their best interest in the social services in the UK. The best interest is they are taken for emotional risk, future emotional risk. And then what happens to them? It is just too much. I can only tell you that. It is a shock therapy that I have gone through over the years. And I'm supposed to convey that in 3 or 5 minutes now with 32
So the ultimate shock, aka truth. High Court judge and have I got them on the screen? One sec. Let's just check. Yeah, moving. Yes. High Court judge and the child sex ring advisor to Queen was founder of paedophile support group to keep offenders out of jail. Lord Justice Fulford was named last year as an advisor to the Queen. He was a key backer of the notorious paedophile information exchange, PI, disbanded in 1984. Where did they go? They realised that the web was a place that they had to then try and control because people were getting the word out about their behaviour and their intentions. Corrupted souls, bless them. Obviously, there's a lot of generational incest, and they want to perpetuate this normalising of what they've been corrupted into. So, with compassion and inner standing, but not standing under, no understanding, other than in an individual momentary scenario. Understanding is in understanding one's plight. Oh, cool. Thanks, darling. Yeah, last night it was just so much. It was over 6.5 hour stream, and including the bit about I want to cover Valerie's hypocrisy regarding the meat and the food, and just not addressing any of the animal cruelty that these people are just gloating and drooling over, while 20 stone Ricky Easy is getting little warnings, basically like a thing on his on YouTube when he signs in at 2 a.m. saying you need to sleep now. YouTube's telling him when he goes to sign in to go live, you need to sleep. And he's going to the hospital to get abscesses removed, and he's telling us he's 20 stone. Yeah, he may be over 6 foot, but unless you're, not many people need to be 20 stone for any particular reason ever. And he's clearly not doing it anyway. We obviously know. I don't need to explain this, but he is in deep. Oh my God! Did Pip just say something honest? What do you want to elaborate that on that? Are you gonna start coming out with some actual sense, Pip? Let's see, you can't explain it. Who can't explain what? Who blocked? Oh, sorry, they all blocked you, Justin. What? No. Yeah, Darren blocked me after 4 days of unblocking me, just because I started calling out his real name again. I got bored of it for a bit, I suppose. But I suppose I was just pleasantly surprised that he had unblocked me. So yeah, please support the group of please suspect the group of abusing children on an industrial scale. He is revealed as they found the member of the campaign to defend Pi. Paedophile information exchange. So yeah, we can review some of last night when we get to it. Well, yeah, you go and do what you need to do, and we'll continue playing this and figure out something else to play.
Family sitting there, I have considered one case as the worst one, where the parents are sitting in prison for 7 years. I've visited them in prison. They are amongst 200 who are taken into prison a year. That's what we are facing. John Hemming is the only MP who stands up regularly. What has his activity changed? Nothing. We are here to expect change. Because what's unique in the UK has been mentioned already. Parents are threatened with imprisonment. They are all intimidated. They don't dare to speak out, because if they do, they land up in prison. 200 a year already in 2006. Forced adoption. Ian Josephs is the veteran. He's been watching this case since these problems since the 60s. He still gets 6 to 10 calls a day. He is safe because he's in Monaco. He's beyond UK jurisdiction. He calls it punishment without crime. So I republished his website with exactly that phrase. That's exactly what's happened. What's happening? The children are punished and the parents are punished. I'm not so interested in all of these private custody issues either. I'm interested in the systemic, institutional abuse of children and parents, which is an undermining of society. That's what's happening in the UK. And I'm saying that as a German who doesn't have children, who doesn't have grandchildren. But knowing what I know and not to act on it would be against my conscience. These people don't seem to have a conscience. That's what's happening. That's what we are up against. And I thank you for the sympathy with the mother. But I want you to act on your conscience and with your feelings, please. I happen to be half. I want you to act on your conscience and with what's happening. That's what we are up against. And I thank you for the sympathy with the mother. But I want you to act on your conscience and with your feelings, please. I happen to be half Slavic. The censorship of contacts is the most cruel thing. That's what's happening to children. We've got with us the Portuguese family whose 5 children have been taken. They can't be speaking in Portuguese. It is too much to describe each and all of the problems. That's what I'm telling you. So I had to see. I am a system analyst. I try to find the patterns that connect. I'm here with people from Wales. They have seen it more closely than we can in London. It is too much to believe. I don't blame you if you, as the committee, can't take it either and don't believe it. It is too unbelievable what is going on. You cannot imagine that that's happening in a Western country, the UK with its wonderful image.
Thank you so much. We are not that unaware of it. But there is this legal gap that we are dealing with, and we have to complete it.
It's a big gap, I'm afraid.
And this is a destruction of the European idea. I completely agree with you.
It is absolutely too much.
Thank you so much. Oh, yes. I would like to complete this first circle of... Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, please. She hasn't finished. She hasn't finished.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, please. She hasn't finished. She hasn't finished.
I thought I had 5 minutes, and I'm sorry I didn't look at the time. But I would like you to mind the traps between the institutions. We are here in a battle for Britain's children, and that includes all of the children from all of the countries that are in Britain, kept and held by the authorities. We hope for a special investigation. That's our request, and I hope you hear our cries for help. Thank you.
So yeah, the Daily Mail are being dealt with. It's a sad state of affairs. And basically we're just clearing up this part of it. Is the online smear campaigning and the abuse and the disingenuous, misleading, regurgitating of false information and or real information with ill intent. Totally barbaric. What a fucking term. What a silly judge. Britain's worst troll. There's children being ritually murdered. I believe it was the McDonald's restaurant at the other complex as well, by the swimming pools, the Finchley Lilac swimming pools, but perhaps it was this one as well. I wasn't sure. So this is what we're dealing with. It's a very obscure scenario, but the evidence is absolutely proven. We don't need to validate any specific details, any allegations. These are children that were drugged. It is the job of the investigation to do the work based on the evidence and the facts at hand, presented, silenced. There was no evidence, though, was there, for smoker? So it's just not worth communicating with you, is it? How's it been proven, though? Oh, let's show you that then, shall we? I think Rumble is getting a yeah, Shelley, if she did generally say that, then she's misled, as she was with multiple things over the years. So we give everybody their time to come round to the reality. Esau called the children weird children, those strange children. He was just unaware of the situation, confused by the material being presented. It was a very weird thing to watch, isn't it? A very strange thing to watch. It's very understandable, comprehensible, relatable even. I really tried disproving it. I really tried everything to try and try and get myself to, so I didn't have this on my conscience and my duty to address and face the reality. I thought, no, it's got to be something. Surely the mum's just been involved in this. Like, it could be a psyop. It's like the government. They wouldn't really do that, but they put out these stories just to make it sound like that's scary. So everyone's scared of the government and the police, and everyone's just confused about what's right and what's wrong, and who the judges are working for. The rumble's going super slow today. Where have I got them uploaded on my phone? Hilarious. Well, it's not funny, but just while we're waiting.
But as time, I mean, 2.5 years, Kermit has been crying now about what happened with us. But I'm still the same now. The other day, I noticed that Dogler made a comment that I actually agreed with. So I just can't think what it was about. And I actually put it in although I don't like her, I do actually agree with Dogler's comment. And I've always been like that. That's what happened with me and Kermit. Kermit was being absolutely disgusting. I think you'll remember me to Fluid. And I stuck up for her, but I wasn't even talking to her at the time. But I will stick up for people if I think that they're right or wrong, whether I like them or not. Doesn't have to matter whether I like them.
Yeah.
If they're right or wrong, that's the way that I am. Can't help it. That's just me.
Oh, yeah, there are some people who I will agree with that I don't particularly like, but Kermit never. I mean, look, he's just an empty little troll who makes his way around side chats to just make it. I've never seen it make a nice comment about anyone, to be honest.
Yeah. I've heard so much racism come out of that bloke's mouth. You know, I'm surprised.
He's just lost another channel. Yeah.
Oh, has he? All right, okay.
Yeah.
But then I
bet, like all trolls, goes and makes another one.
I was going to say, I bet he's like Ina, because she lost another channel the other day. And the following morning, she's out with another one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you've got to blame YouTube for that. You know, I said a long time ago, they need to start making a charge because that would stop all this. You know, they want money to stop the adverts. Yeah. They want money.
Oh, I needed that banana. I needed that. That was nice. No, that's enough for me. Thank you. Yeah, so Gabriel was telling me that the whole school's in on it.
Yes, the whole school is.
Oh my God.
All the teachers.
Oh, there's police as well. What's the name of the police?
One is called David Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's that.
Okay.
And then there's one Simon Princeton.
Right.
And there's another one, Alice Singleton.
Singleton. Are they from Hampstead Police Station?
Yes.
Right. Right, we'll get sorted out. You say, was there priests involved?
Yes.
What was the name of the priest?
Father Paul.
Father Paul. And it was Christ Church?
Yes.
Hampstead?
Yes, in Hampstead.
We'll sort it out, don't we? You were saying that the women are the worst? They hurt you the most?
Yes, he's one of the worst priests.
The priest is the one
Yes,
who
they're
washed.
the worst.
But the women, did you say that the women?
Yeah, the women are the worst.
They're pretty bad. They are,
Yeah, the man, not so bad, but, and my father, as I said,
Excuse me.
no, he told the solicitor
Right.
are suggesting, well, they're not suggesting, they're telling that my father, or RD, Richard Dearman,
Yeah, you could call me
he
father.
wants to go. He wants to take me and Gabriel this Saturday, overnight, to Sunday to Sheffield.
It's not going to happen.
And Mum is not letting it happen.
No, neither's the rest of us. Don't worry. It's not going to happen. Mad stuff, isn't it? And you were suffering from this from the time you were a little child?
Sorry?
You were suffering for this from when you were a baby?
Yes.
So
Since we were babies,
so
yes.
it's been going like that.
He was doing it all his life.
You'll not be doing it no more.
But then he was doing it right now. He's 44, which is what you asked. He's 44 right now.
Yeah.
So how many more years is this?
Well, he's been doing it. So how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 9.
Yeah. And your brother's 8?
Yes. So
How long
he
he's been
was
doing it?
doing it for 30 years? No,
since he was 35.
No, 35 is doing it when he was much younger than that.
So he was doing it before you were around then?
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you mean.
even before we were.
You do realise that this is called generational. That means that it's in the family. There's something wrong with his family.
Mother.
Yeah.
Yes, his mother does it.
Yeah, Gabriel was saying that his mother's,
That's Sheffield, that's where his mother lives and his grandmother lives.
but his mother's in the kitty fiddling too.
Yes,
My God.
she's in the group.
So it's a group of people.
Sorry?
We never believed that there was groups of these people around. We never believed that this thing, you know.
Before, when you even didn't know this.
The what?
Before you didn't know this.
We didn't know that. We didn't. People told us that it was going on, but we never believed them.
Oh.
We never thought that there would be monsters like that. You know that?
Babies.
Killing babies. And they do kill babies, don't they? And what else do they do?
Eat it.
Why would they do such a thing?
Sick.
Sick people. They're not human. They're not human. Well, they're okay now. They're with the humans.
They're planning for me and Gabriel and my mum to go to Morocco, or to Morocco-ish.
Right.
Fly from Morocco. And,
Okay.
that's their plan.
Yeah.
To Russia, where my grandparents are.
Okay. You'd be sick.
Not like my father's grandparents, my mum.
Your mum's grandparents, yeah. Very good guy.
They were Russian then.
Well, you've been very unlucky to have had this experience in your life, but it's going to make you a better person. You've saved other children, you know that, don't you?
Yeah?
You've saved other children's lives.
Yeah.
Do you know how many children you've saved?
200?
We can't estimate because we don't know how long that they would have got away with this. You've saved an unestimated amount of children's
Right
lives.
now it's 2 o'clock. So, right now they would have been doing sex to children right now in school.
On Wednesday.
Yes, on Wednesday tomorrow, yes. But today's Tuesday, they'll still be doing sex.
So there's certain times that they do it.
No, they do it every day.
Okay. It's shocking.
But Monday and Friday, it's not much.
Yeah. But it's getting you to hurt other children. That was unbelievable.
There will be a baby that's dying.
There will be.
Yes, but these are. They want to go to church.
Yeah.
But what about me and Gabriel, Claire?
Right.
They wouldn't have the party.
They won't have the party. So you've saved the children.
No, they will do sex though. They'll do extra sex.
Okay. Shocking. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe that in this time that we're living in, that such a thing can happen. That's why they've been getting away with it. Because people weren't listening to their children. You know that?
And know, but the parents do it.
I know. The parents are in on it.
Oh.
The whole school was in on it.
Yes, 400 parents, that means. There's 200 children, and then they have mother and father.
Yeah.
So it's 400.
I've never heard such things in my life. Lived a long life. Well, it's all going to change now. It's not going to happen no more. There's going to be no more of this going on. You're with humans now, alright? We'll teach you some good magic. Yeah?
Well, not magic tricks, good tricks.
Yeah, of course. That's only the best. Only the best.
And they'll.
Huh?
Because my friend Georgia, she can make these tricks with cards. So I have to get this card, and then after you have to get this assistant,
Right.
and they just take the card out, they choose a card, and they don't show it, they put it back, and then the person who got the card next to it, and then they take out the card. And that one.
Yeah, that's card tricks. They're easy.
Yes, that's what my friend can do.
What, you want to learn card tricks? Card tricks are easy. I'll get some card tricks for you. Then you can do some really nice, cool tricks. Yeah. So you glad it's all over?
Yes.
Did you have to face the music with the police yesterday and social services? That must have taken a lot of guts, you know.
Yesterday was the police.
Yeah, it was the police. Was that social services as well?
No, it was only police.
Only the police, right? See, there's some good people in the police as well.
They
you
didn't
know?
really help.
I know. But there is some good people in the police too. But the real men are coming forward now. We're going to make sure
Yeah,
that
come on.
it doesn't happen.
Mr. Papa Hank, he told Jean-Clement
Mm-hmm.
that the solicitor said that my father wants to take us to Sheffield.
That's not going to happen.
Yes, that's what he's saying. But that if my mum says, if she does it, says, yes, you can, that means when we go to church on Saturday, the police can go with us, and after the police can, they're not going to have their uniform yet. They're just going to maybe like walk around or something, and after Mum will press the panic alarm, and they'll catch him, and then done.
You don't need a panic alarm. Me and Papa Hemp are the panic alarms. First sign of any trouble, you go, Finbar, Abraham.
Then they're going to know the name Abraham there.
They don't know that. All right. Oh,
They
here he
don't
is.
know the name.
Hello.
They know the name Finbar though.
Who doesn't?
All of them.
That's good. Yeah, because we're the cavalry.
I told Abraham. I
Yeah.
told
Yeah.
them the name Abraham. Which is the Bible.
We are going to make sure everything's going to be okay as of now. Did you enjoy Morocco?
Yes.
Cool, wasn't it? Nice people.
Yes, we went to the something.
Totally different. Nice and nice. Huh?
One of Jean-Claude's men told Papa we went to Barnet police station. Steve. It might be Steve or the cat lady.
Who's that?
Police station. The good police
Okay.
told my father.
It's one of Jean-Clement's policemen.
They told my father that we went to Barnet police station.
Right.
So my father knows about this.
Right, okay.
And my father knows that we told. So he might come and kill us.
He's not going to be anywhere near you. All right, we're going to make sure you're all right. How many children do you think he's killed?
I think more than 1,000 in his whole life.
Yeah, you can't even think.
Maybe like nearly 2,000. I don't know.
Have you ever seen him doing it?
Yes, they told us to kill it.
Oh my goodness.
They told us hold the knife.
Yeah.
We hold the knife, and then they smack us, and hurt us, till we cut off the head.
Yeah.
It was said, but because we can't, we're not so strong because the spine is there.
That's right.
They hold our hand. My father, RD, he holds our hand and he cuts off the baby's head off. So he pushes.
You put your hand onto the air. That's it.
Yes, yes. So he makes sure, but he makes sure his hand is not like on a knife.
Right. He makes it sure it's your hand.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty thick stuff, you know that.
If his hand is on it, if he touches, he wipes off his
I think it's more, yeah. Chocolate bite.
But you feel a bit of fear. Why do you feel a bit of fear? Tell Mama. Look at the camera.
I feel a bit of fear because it's really dangerous, and I ate
Look at me.
and I ate babies, and I ate babies before, and I feel really weak about it. Really weak. I'm not strong. But when I eat hemp, I feel really strong.
Tell the camera.
I feel when I eat hemp, I feel really strong. Really.
When you eat hemp?
Yes, and feel really powerful. But when I eat meat, I feel really
That's
weak.
right.
And
Tell the camera.
when I
Say what you
eat,
said.
when I ate, the first time when we ever done it with Papa, the first time when we little done it, we had feared so much.
When you did what?
When you killed a baby, first time. And
You killed the babies.
Yes.
You yourself.
With Papa. Papa held in my hand. He helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hands?
He held my hand, yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on, and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. But then we understood. Then my mom, when my mom found out about it, she understood. She told me that is wrong to do this kind of stuff. So then but then me and Gabriel had still been used to it. But then we had understood that it's wrong.
And so, what's your decision is?
And in our decision, we had still a lot of fear in our head. But then when we read the book called June, it said that fear is the mind killer. So when we heard that, we thought that it was true. It was not really true. But then after, there was a man called Abraham who came to help us. He said that it is true, that fear is the mind killer. And then after, he said we have to face our fear. So then after we faced our fear,
Looking at the camera. Camera is here.
and then we after,
Camera is here. This way.
and then after we faced our fear.
So what's you decided?
And we decided that we should stop. Or then we should
Come, Gabriel, come closer, Dolis.
and we should stop doing sex, or it's just going to be pointless, and it's just going to have to be going to jail and just go back.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna protect other babies and
then
children, huh? And save those children who are involved or have been forced to be involved, right?
Yes. And when you face and James was in it. When you face the fear, you get less fear on you. Papa held in my hand. He helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hands?
He held my hand. Yes.
Like what?
My word is my most valuable asset. I died before I don't do negligence. I don't give a fuck, John. Just do what I say. Offer him $5,000. And if he doesn't accept, well then we'll kill the bastard, huh? Hello, Michael. How you doing?
I don't want to be a killer anymore. You know, it's time to move on, change my life.
You don't know.
You know, I should have been here. For him, my partner. I don't want to lose anyone else.
Michael, think about what you're saying.
No, Frank, that's a no. I can't do this anymore. I lost my best friend. I don't want to lose anyone else. I have family now.
Michael, without me, you're nothing. And you'd probably be dead.
I know that, Frank. I know. And I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I can't do this anymore. It's a dangerous business. I have a child, a daughter. She's 2 years old. A 2-year-old daughter, Frank. I don't want her growing up without a father.
It appears to me that you desperately want to end up like your best friend.
What are you talking about?
I just couldn't trust him anymore.
Did you kill somebody?
What are you gonna do? Kill me? How's that for a guy who's trying to quit a plum job? It's in your fucking blood, Michael. You're a killer and you can't quit.
Good night, Frank.
Welcome, Radiant viewers, to Golden Age Technology. Today we are pleased to present part one of a two-part series featuring a sustainable company with true vision and integrity. A company that is acting as a beacon of light in the emerging world of eco-conscious printing. Americal Products Corporation.
the maker of these videos definitely, with the shock of it all occurring at the initial, would just take it on face value. Though looking into how the multiple personality stuff works, there is obviously many questions regarding. I mean, I don't think he shows his poem here, but he wrote a poem. He wrote a poem for the cult and stuff when he went over to Budapest, and it's this Qinghai Master Qinghai, Supreme Master Qinghai, and it helped make a dojo sort of place for this retreat. And even before, I think he might have even. I think he even wrote this. Right? Oh, he wrote this article here as well. By the looks of it, he did write a poem, sort of thing, somewhere. So yeah, it's difficult to know how sincere they are when, you know, these individuals, when they're in this other character that they play in society. But yeah, I mean, what this woman is. Because Ella was part of this as well. So Ella was, they had the picture when Gabriel, Lisa describes at the end, I think it's the last interview when she's telling the truth before it gets abruptly stopped, saying about how she's asked whether the picture frame is glass, and she could tell it was glass. And then she cut Gabriel on Ricky Dearman's request that she could make him bleed. Sorry. And yeah, this was the picture within. So this was who Ella meditated to also. So yeah, and it was actually. Is that? Oh yeah, cool. One sec, darling. So yeah, it's so the altruism.
Hello. Hi, can you hear me? All right, yeah, cool. I can see.
Yeah, good.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, it's so weird because I'm never usually brought on to anybody else's StreamYard. Nobody else lets me speak, so I'm always, if at all, I'm just in the back screenshotting comments. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way around. Hang on, let me.
It's all gonna. It's all
comment up. Yes,
changing.
Sorry, yeah, no. So I won't stay for too long because this is actually really good for me. I can get a lot done, and there's a lot to take in that people need to hear that just hasn't been heard so far. But in terms of addressing Moon for all she's had to say about me, I'm just going to quickly answer that one. This is what the entire thing is about. She's flapping now and speak. I mean, to be fair, she hasn't not really spoken about me whenever she's around, as far as I know, and whenever I've paid attention, she does. But I've collected a lot of evidence. They all know this. This is why people, and I don't know who you are. You might be one of the people that have been really involved. It's really silly that you're still doing this as an anonymous person, but it's very much going to be part of what is submitted to the police, to the courts, to the authorities, to the like everything that I keep saying on the website, blah, 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 blah. I said it over and over and over again. The fact that you're just throwing ridiculous demands, ridiculous accusations, calling us pedos 24/7 when there's nobody doing it with their identity, because everybody knows how criminal it is. Everybody knows how it's finished now. It's over. It's fucked. People are clutching onto little pockets of delusion by trying to keep their channels running because they don't know what the fuck else to do. But really, when it comes to myself and Jake, Hampstead, Israel, coronavirus and all the rest of it, pretty much everybody with any common sense knows that it's fucked at this point, especially when idiots like Playon have really not even tried to cover up the fact that they've literally taken money to cover it up and allow it to happen. This is all extremely criminal. So Moon is just one idiot that's been part of it, just one. So I'm not going to stop for anybody. Like, I didn't stop to go after anyone's money or go after anybody in particular. I'm not about to do that. We're going to just carry on doing what we're doing at our pace. And the more you show that you've got an issue with that, the more criminal and guilty you're exposing yourselves to be. Because once again, I'm just going to keep going over these basic principles. Your interest in disproving my truth or questioning my truth, your interest in that only exposes your guilt, because my truth isn't criminal. So if my truth becomes an issue for you, that's because you've done something criminal. This is just sensible, it's logical, it's lawful, and it's just the way that it's going to go, because that is the only way. Okay, so Moon is just as involved as Brian Leroy Hansford. This is what going over. We will be going over last night. Absolutely. But the way they're trying to other these treacherous trolls that have destroyed my life. She is one of the cunts. She's very much central to it all. So everybody's now trying to make out there's this nefarious group running around that can't be named, because everyone's been fucking part of it, really, haven't they? That's the issue. And now that's what's just, everyone's going to have to either explain how they got involved, why they got swept along with being really disgusting and cruel for no reason, or why they're so invested in covering up paedophilia. Do you know what I mean?
And why they'll keep denying it when it's all on record still. Why they're going to have to address why did you feel, why did they not feel able to just admit what they did at the time? Why still? I mean, I guess it does bring in elements of actual, I guess there's going to be the line between somebody's actual self-imposed delusion and somebody lying intentionally. That's like, I don't know where that crosses. Like, it's obviously multiple personality disorder.
We've spoken at length about how it must slip into a sort of possession situation, because the admitting of being such a sadistic person and literally getting off on the pain of somebody else, never mind, you can almost separate whether or not they could wrap their head around the level of depravity of Hampstead and whether or not that's even true. You can almost separate somebody's disbelief at something they just can't deal with to their actual participation in absolute mindless cruelty to somebody who didn't deserve it. You know, they're almost things.
No, exactly. And I'm just wondering how much whether people actually genuinely can, whether it's drugs. I mean, if she's on psychiatric medication, can people genuinely forget, as in like intentionally forget what they have been a part of?
She's just such a vile, toxic, negative, bitter person. She cannot stay away. I mean, it's very similar to Michaela, although their characters aren't ideal, but a lot of the traits are very similar. The absolute
identical. You mean? You said ideal.
Oh yeah, no, sorry,
The characters aren't ideal.
They're not identical. They're similar. They're very similar in the extent that they've gone to in their delusion, but must be conscious of it because they are consciously shutting out others that question it. You know, so it's not an accident that they've ended up with just a handful of idiots around them that are normalizing the madness. It's not an accident that that's happened. Where is everybody else? Where is everybody that ever questions fucking Taylor about anything? They're not around. She just moves on to the next. And who the fuck is AY? And I don't know what's even going on over there at the moment, but we know that subs can get bought. We know that all of this is controlled. We know that the media are most likely going to have been the first people invested in social media before it really took. So it's just all bullshit. It's just all bullshit as far as I'm concerned.
And then they just try pulling these like old gotcha moments. Like the one they keep doing to me is, where did you get the files from, Jake? Like, these are public videos anyway. They want me to give up a name. They want me to tell you. I even did tell you a name. I told you the person from Canada that made them, and he put them on you. He put them online. They're online, you fucking idiots.
It's just it's so desperate at this point in time. And there's no way of expecting, like I said again a million times, maybe 6 months into it, and it was all still like lockdown, and everything was, like maybe in 2020 you could have still got away with. Why the fuck are we still doing this? I don't really know that it's, everyone's locked down. It's all a bit weird at the moment. But what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years solid all day and night between everybody. It's just how the fuck? There's no way you can explain this away as anything normal or.
Well, and the story's changing all the time. It's from Jake was jailed. Jake was convicted for drugging a child. Then it's Jake had planned to drug like children with LSD. Then it's Jake was giving his child and her mum enemas and shit.
And
there's like so many different stories of the same.
Time they repeat it though, whatever it's, even if it's a slightly milder variation of it, it's still a slanderous for like criminal comment. Do you know what I mean? Like every single time it had maybe like criminals or whatever at that point, but every single time it's still not right. It's still a sin. It's still something sanctionable by the law. Do you know what I mean? It's not a case.
It's never any less. It's just
sorry. It's not like they're saying sorry and retracting it. It's just a slightly different lie. So it's another lie. It's just a slightly different one. So it's another crime again.
Well, they don't seem to get less with me. It's the only one I've ever seen anyone even tried to get less is with Michaela saying that we accused her of being a child trafficker. She now says that she finally says that we said she was enabling a child abuse ring by her.
It's just so fucking lazy. I don't think she ever even read the letter. She just had it. Someone mentioned it to her. She's put in her head what she's going to make her. I don't even think she.
Yeah, what she can run with, what she can kind of justify to her projective.
Such a joke. These people that are just 1 minute calling out people that even talk to the police, but then are just putting up their list of like 17 or 18 people as though that's just normal, when she's clearly the one that's sat online gossiping all day and instigating all of the fucking trouble she finds herself in anyway.
Yeah, it's very difficult to explain because it's insanity. So this is where it's just about process of like following the things, isn't it? Like following what's actually occurred and then what the outcome was.
Yeah, again, this is exactly the 10 maxims of law. Just have all of that it's just so simple, the logical process to establishing truth. Do you know what I mean? And they're just not allowing any of that to happen when they're silencing people. You can't. It's just again, this is why it's so relevant to the children's testimony in the first place, how it's even got to this situation. Their testimony was never fucking heard. The lawful process was never followed to determine whether or not it was true. That never fucking happened. Do you know what I mean? So at that point, whoever stopped that from happening has been actively engaging in conspiracy and crime for all of these years, day in, day out, fresh crime, every decision you make to be part of it, saying something, enacting something, pushing a button, whatever, being part of it before those children have actually been heard and it's actually been investigated. You're not God. Nobody that's got involved in this is God. Porphyry is not God. The law comes above Porphyry and whatever went on in those mock-up courts. And
so just to address Rule again. So Rule, you said that you can't. It's a file that you can't see the title of. So you can see up here it says The Hampstead Cannibals Part 1 Fear ... And then you could probably make out what Illa is. It's either Spiller, Miller, Killer, maybe. So we're going to go with Killer. So if you type in Hampstead Cannibals Part 1 Fear Killer, I think you'll find it, bro.
Again, all of this claiming you can't figure it out or you don't know what we mean by this, all the gaslighting and the trying to do reverse psychology only exposes you again more for your ridiculous attempts and your just absolute underestimating people's intelligence. Not just us, just normal people that are just going to look at this without the bias that you've got to everything because you need something else to be true other than the truth. Most people, if they're not invested in it personally, they're just going to go with the facts and the evidence to determine the truth. You know, and law and logic is very, very, very synonymous when you're not invested in it either way.
Yeah, you're not getting feedback off my mic at all. It's making a little bit of movement when you speak, but I just... Is it a bit loud as well? Is it too loud or is it a good volume?
Maybe slightly. It's difficult to tell. So you might be slightly louder than me, but it's fine for me from here. But anyway, I'll jump off anyway. I just wanted to address that and not think that I'm not leaving anybody hanging, but I'm one person. And you can clearly see at this point in time how many fucking people are demanding my time and attention, my sanity and proof and evidence and this and that, because they've got the guilty consciences. Nobody runs around and invests their entire life into somebody else's if they're not very fucking concerned about the truth that person has. That's the only reason. Because if what I was doing was based on bullshit and lies and all the rest of it, and I was just not credible and stupid and ugly and just pointless, no one would give a flying fuck what I'm doing. But you do all day, every day for fucking years on end. So clearly, my truth bothers people. And at that point, I'm quite comfortable in what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it at my own pace, including Valerie Stroud. Thank you. But anyway, Jake, I'll respond to you again in an email. But thank you so much. Perfect. All right, I love you.
Love you. See you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Peace. Good evening. And yeah, Will. So that's the title. It's a file. It's a video, a public video that I've downloaded and not changed the name of the title. So figure it out. Obviously, your anon mug, no sincere intentions.
Welcome, Radiant viewers, to Golden Age Technology. I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
Papa held my hand. He helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hand?
He held my hand, yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on, and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. So we decided to stop touching each children and stop touching each other, and we have a real close stop touching ourselves and face our urge.
And what else are you going to stop doing?
And stop touching ourselves. And we're going to stop touching ourselves.
And what else are you going to stop?
And stop killing babies. And stop killing babies, and we're going to face our fear and face our urge.
You're going to face your fear. Because fear is what?
Fear is a mind killer.
And you're going to help us to catch. Who are you going to help us to catch?
All the pedophiles. Papa, Mr. Collins, the school.
All the policemen, all the social services.
Speak up.
All the shopkeepers, all the cafes, all the pizzas, McDonald's.
Who did you mention just now? Who? Caf what?
Kafkas.
Who's Kafkas?
You know, there's the people who work at Kafkas.
What is Kafkas?
Kafkas is they're for children. They work with the social services.
And what did they do to you?
They do sex. They do sex each other. They touch me and Gabriel. They have plastic quillings. And they stick it in our bottom.
Who does? Who sticks it in your bottom?
Social services. Everybody does. All of them.
Who?
Everybody.
Does your mother do it?
No.
Do I do it?
No.
Who does it then?
Papa, Mr. Collins, the school.
Parents.
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Tell me some more people, please. I'm interested.
Parents, police.
What about the teachers at school? Who's the main one?
Look, Papa, Mr. Hollins, Mrs. Forsyth.
Who's Mrs. Forsyth?
She's the head teacher of our school.
And what does she do?
And she does sex. She got a big ring knot with a big tattoo on her pride.
And what happens in the church?
And we do baby sacrifice and eat the baby.
What do you mean sacrifice and eat the baby?
So we kill the baby and eat it and drink the blood from it.
Is that true, Gabriel?
Yes. And we dance with the skulls.
You what?
We dance with the skulls in the church.
What skulls?
Skulls of the baby.
Pardon?
The skulls of the baby.
You dance with the baby skulls?
Yes.
And who kills the babies?
Papa, me, and Lisa. And
who kills the babies?
Papa.
And what, he gets you to help him?
Yes.
Shoot.
So he tells us to hold the hand with a knife, and then he holds his hand on our hand. So then he cuts the baby's head off. And then he tips it upside down, and then we drain the blood.
And then what they do?
And then we cook it, and then we drink the blood, and then after we throw it down to the skull.
Who are you going to help us to catch?
All the pedophiles. Papa, Mr. Collins, the school. All the pedophiles. Papa.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
Collins. Collins, the school. Papa, Mr. Collins, the school.
All the policemen, all the social services.
Speak up.
All the shopkeepers, all the cafes, all the pizzas, McDonald's.
Who did you mention just now? Who? Speak up.
All the shopkeepers, all the cafes, all the pizzas, McDonald's.
Who did you mention just now? Who? Caf what?
Kafkas.
Who's Kafka?
You know, there's the people who work at Kafkas.
What is Kafkas?
Kafkas is that they're for children. They work with the social services.
And what Who's Kafkas?
You know, there's people who work at Kafkas.
What is Kafkas?
Kafkas is that they're for children. They work with the social services.
And what did they do to you?
They do sex. They touch each other. They touch me and Gabriel. They have plastic quillings. And they stick it in our bottom.
Who does? Who sticks it in your bottom?
Social services. Everybody. Ella, all of them.
Who?
Everybody.
Does your mother do it?
No.
Do I do it?
No.
Who does it then?
Papa, Miss Holly, the school.
Good night, Frank.
Who does it then?
Papa, Miss Holly, the school.
Parents.
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Who does it then?
Papa, Miss Holly, the school.
Parents.
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Tell me some more people, please. I'm interested.
Parents, police.
What about the teachers? Who does it then?
Papa, Miss Holly, the school.
Parents.
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Tell me some more people, please. I'm interested.
Parents, police.
What about the teachers at school? Who's the main one?
Papa, Mr. Hollins, Mr. Forsyth.
Who's Mrs. Forsyth?
She's the head teacher of our school.
Who's Mrs. Forsyth?
She's the head teacher of our school.
And what does she do?
And she does sex. She got a big red knot with a big tattoo on her pride.
What happened? Mrs. Forsdyke?
She's the head teacher of our school.
And what does she do?
And she does sex. She got a big belly with a big tattoo on her pride.
What happened? Who's Mrs. Forsdyke?
She's the head teacher of our school.
And what does she do?
And she does sex. She got a big belly with a big tattoo on her pride.
What happens in the church?
And we do baby sacrifice and eat the baby.
What do you mean sacrifice and eat the baby?
So we kill the baby and eat it and drink the blood from it.
Is that true, Gabriel?
Yes. With a big tattoo on her pride.
What happens in the church?
And we do baby sacrifice and eat the baby.
What do you mean sacrifice and eat the baby?
So we kill the baby and eat it and drink the blood from it.
Is that true, Gabriel?
Yes. And we dance with the skulls.
You what?
We dance with the skulls in the church.
What skulls?
Skulls of the baby.
Pardon?
The skulls of the baby.
You dance with the baby skulls?
Yes.
And who kills the babies?
Papa, me, and Lisa. And so,
who kills the babies?
Papa.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
Who kills the babies?
Papa.
And what, he gets you to help him?
Yes.
Shoot.
So he tells us to hold the hand with a knife, and then he holds his hand on our hand. So then he cuts the baby's head off. And then he puts it upside down, and then we drain the blood.
And then what they do?
And then we cook it, and then we drink the blood, and then after we burn it down to the skull.
About anything you want to tell us about? What they do to children?
They hurt them, they do sex to them, then they pay sweeties for them. And
What did they do to you?
Sweeties.
And they pay sweeties like for sex and a bumper bag of sweets. And we have Mentos, we have Snickers, we have Mars, we have M&Ms.
How do they know which ones are your... No, look at me, look at the camera. How do they know which ones are your favourite sweets?
Do you know how they know our favourite sweeties? Like my sisters, my sister Lisa, she's in year 4, and there's a man, the teacher of her, called Mr. Hollins, and they're all learning about sweets. And then Elisa talks to Sophie, her best friend, and then she speaks to all her friends, and then about all her best friends about her favourite sweeties. And then Mr. Hollins goes near them and peeks what they like, which sweet they like, and they say, my favourite sweet is Mars, and my favourite chocolate is Oreo chocolate. And then Mr. Hollins hears, and then the other classes start to talk about the chocolate and the favourite sweets, because they were learning about sweets and chocolate. So other classes start to talk about sweets. They were saying they're really lucky, and
Are there any other schools or churches involved?
There's other school and churches involved.
Which ones?
St. Margaret.
What is your school, by the way?
Christchurch School, Christchurch Primary School in Hampstead.
And then, which other schools?
UN does it. Hampstead Parochio, the one with the street sign in
Hampstead Heath School.
Hampstead Heath School, and all the schools in Hampstead do it. And St. Margaret's does it. And the church. And the big church in the big church in Hampstead. They do sex there, and and that's where they go all together and they do sex.
1 second. What do they do to children?
They hurt them, they do sex to them, then they pay sweeties for them. And my sisters, my sister Lisa, she's in year 4, and there's a man, the teacher of her, called Mr. Hollins, and
Are there any other schools or churches involved?
there's other school and churches involved.
Which ones?
St. Margaret. St. Margaret.
What is your school, by the way?
Christchurch School, Christchurch Primary School in Hampstead.
What is your school, by the way?
Christchurch School, Christchurch Primary School in Hampstead.
And then, which other schools?
UN does it.
Which other schools?
UN does it. UN does it. UN does it. UN does it. Hampstead Parochial. Hampstead Parochial, the one with this tree sign in Hampstead. One with this tree sign in Hampstead
Heath School.
Hampstead Heath School and the one with this tree sign in Hampstead
Heath School.
Hampstead Heath School, and all the schools in Hampstead do it. And St Margaret's does it.
Where did this unique tradition of Groundhog Day originate? Ariane Till traces the history of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Punxsutawney Phil!
Groundhog Day, when Americans wait for Punxsutawney Phil to tell us if there will be 6 more weeks of winter or if spring will come early. So is this just an American tradition? Let's verify. Our sources are the Library of Congress, the Beltane Fire Society, a Scottish organization that seeks to educate the public on Celtic events, and the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. The Library of Congress traces the origins of Groundhog Day across the pond to Ireland and Scotland, where back in the Neolithic era, about 6,000 years ago, they observed a pre-Christian Celtic celebration called Imach, which is still celebrated today. From February 1st through sundown on February 2nd, people wait for Cailleach, a mythical figure associated with the creation of weather. If Cailleach intended to make winter last a while longer, she would make the weather bright and sunny on Imach, so that she could collect plenty of firewood. But if the weather was bad, that meant winter was almost over. Imach later morphed into a holiday called Candlemas, which, according to the Library of Congress, honored a similar belief, that a bright, sunshiny Candlemas day meant a longer winter. Germans added a badger to this weather prediction tradition, according to the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. If it was sunny, the badger would cast a shadow, and that would indicate 6 more weeks of winter. Groundhogs, a species native to North America, became the animal of choice when Germans immigrated to western Pennsylvania. So we can verify, no. The weather predicting tradition of Groundhog Day did not originate in America. Its roots can be traced back to Europe during the Neolithic era between 4300 and 2000 BC. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
So, Groundhog Day is animal abuse. And this is what we are here to stop, this mentality of exploitation of sentient beings with ridiculous superstition, to the point where it's got to the actual blood ritual of real life demons, which is the case as well, depending on how one wants to interpret or believe the realities of what is occurring. But this is on a physical level, it is happening, whether there's demonic spirits that want the blood, or but this is just I suppose an ironic sort of, or a tangible explanation of. It's just ridiculous. So we're going to get out of Groundhog Day, which is just named after that film, isn't it? Because it could just happen over and over again on that day. But it's just beautifully fitting to the story of us exploiting animals day in, day out, morning, breakfast, breaking the fast with death and suffering, having lunch, going for a lovely bit of good food at the pub with evil animal abuse, and then having a hearty, death-filled dinner, So yeah, I don't know if Angie's still here, but anybody who still pays for consumption of animals bred into existence to be killed when everything on every angle can be minimized, the suffering that we cause on this planet. If you want to bring in overall cropland usage for animal feed, that is hugely disproportionate. The amount of animal feed that is being grown, the amount of land that could be saved and used for plants to be grown and feed the world over. And stop exploiting animals for tradition and superstition, or even genuine ritual quote-unquote benefits, because it is a detriment to your own soul. That's the little thing.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now on this February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil, the spirit seers, the prognosticator of all prognosticators, will awaken from his wintry nap at dawn, 5 years old. Phil looked to the skies and then, speaking in groundhogese, these Sparta times. 6 more weeks of winter.
So normal, eh? This is just so human and grounded in it's nothing to do with nature and respect of life. Truly, truly critical.
All the schools in Hampstead do it, and St Margaret's does it, and the church, and the big church in
Truro.
the big church in Hampstead. And the big church in
Truro.
the big church in Hampstead, they do sex there, and and that's where they go all together and they do sex.
1 second.
Baby's blood. also have a church, our own big church, and we use it for sex, eating baby, drinking baby's blood. We sacrifice the baby, we do sex to the babies, we throw them when we're dancing with the skulls after the babies.
What skulls? What skulls?
The baby skulls.
From before?
Yeah, from before. We put it on.
Where did the baby skulls come from?
They come from the baby.
How do you get them from the baby?
We cut the baby's head off. Then we clear all the meat from the skulls, and then we put all the meat and cook it. Sometimes we roast it. Sometimes we roast it in the oven. Sometimes we cook it on a frying pan.
You told me there's some restaurants.
Yeah, and there's some restaurants, McDonald's in Hampstead and East Finchley. And East Finchley is a swimming pool, and in East Finchley there's a swimming pool, and the whole East Finchley does it. The boss does it. Everybody does it.
That's what?
The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved, and there's Starbucks inside, and they're also involved, and there's sweets shop in there.
Well, no, don't rush.
And
You say McDonald's in Hampstead and Finchley Road,
Yes.
East Finchley.
Yes.
And you said Starbucks where? Which Starbucks?
Starbucks in Hampstead and, not in East Finchley, in Hampstead.
So not all McDonald's are involved, and not all Starbucks.
No.
Only the ones where?
In Hampstead and East Finchley. And also, there's a...
What about Belsize Park?
Yeah, Belsize, no, there's not
There's
involved.
Starbucks there. Do they do that or not?
Yeah, they do. And there's a Pizza Express in Starbucks. No, there's Pizza Express in Belsize Park, and they do it.
And Starbucks does it and stuff.
Yes. We also have a church, our own big church, and we use it for sex, eating baby, drinking baby's blood. We sacrifice the baby, we do sex to the babies, we throw them when we're dancing with the skulls after the babies.
What skulls? What skulls?
The baby skulls.
Where did the baby skulls come from?
They come from the baby.
How do you get them from the baby?
We cut the baby's head off. Then we clear all the meat from the skulls, and then we put all the meat and cook it. Sometimes we roast it. Sometimes we roast it in the oven. Sometimes we cook it on a frying pan.
You told me there's some restaurants.
Yeah, and there's some restaurants, McDonald's in Hampstead and East Finchley. We cut the baby's head off. Then we clear all the meat from the skulls, and then we put all the meat and cook it. Sometimes we roast it. Sometimes we roast it in the oven. Sometimes we cook it on a frying pan.
You told me there's some restaurants.
Yeah, and there's some restaurants, McDonald's in Hampstead. Yeah, and there's some restaurants, McDonald's in Hampstead and East Finchley. And East Finchley is a swimming pool. East Finchley is a swimming pool, and in East Finchley there's a swimming pool, and the whole East Finchley does it. The boss does it. Everybody does it.
That's what?
The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved, and there's Starbucks inside, and they're also involved, and there's sweets shop in there.
Well, no, don't rush.
East Finchley is a swimming pool, and in East Finchley there's a swimming pool, and the whole East Finchley does it. The boss does it. Everybody does it.
That's what?
The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved.
So you're at the swimming pool. These people are there who are your papa's friends. And then you said the sex happens. What does that mean?
And you know willies? There's a plastic willy in my bottom,
Okay.
and then it bleeds.
Okay, and where does that happen at the swimming pool?
At the disabled toilet, and they have McDonald's there, and there's a man called Frank. Yeah, and he's the boss of McDonald's. He's like the staff.
Okay, so
And they have McDonald's there, and there's a man called Frank.
Good night, Frank.
East Finchley is a swimming pool, and in East Finchley there's a swimming pool, and the whole East Finchley does it. The boss does it. Everybody does it.
That's what?
The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved, and there's Starbucks inside, and they're also involved in. The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved, and there's Starbucks inside, and they're also involved, and there's sweets shop in there. The sex, eating baby, and there's McDonald's in there, and they're also involved, and there's Starbucks inside, and they're also involved, and there's sweets shop in there.
Well, no, don't rush.
And
You say McDonald's in Hampstead and Finchley Road,
Yes.
East Finchley.
Yes.
And you said Starbucks where? Which Starbucks?
Starbucks in Hampstead and not in East Finchley, in Hampstead.
So not all McDonald's are involved, and not all Starbucks.
No.
Only the ones where?
In Hampstead and East Finchley, and also there's a.
What about Belsize Park?
Yeah, Belsize. No, they're not
There's
involved.
Starbucks there. Do they do that or not?
Yeah, they do. And there's a Pizza Express in Starbucks. No, there's Pizza Express in Belsize Park, and they. And there's a Pizza Express in Starbucks. No, there's Pizza Express in Belsize Park, and they do it.
And Starbucks does it and stuff.
Yes.
You are so predictable, Clyde. It's really it's weird this screen sharing. It's clever. It's when it screen shares from the drive, it doesn't show. It's so clever. It doesn't show the time bit that I can see here, play, and the length of the video and stuff. But the StreamYard has got it, so it actually doesn't show any of that. It's amazing. Clever technology.
Wait. Slowly. Don't rush.
And Spike, the social service, he sticks a plastic willy right inside my bottom and I have to feel it on my belly.
Who does this?
Spike, the social service.
And what about this fellow Richie from the social?
And Richie, there's a man called Richie, and these are our social services.
Does he come to your school?
And he comes to our school, yes, that's true. He comes to our school and he does sex to us, and he knows Papa.
Fellow from the social service?
Yes, and he comes also to...
He knows your father? How does he know your father?
You know, they met somehow, when we wasn't with Papa, they met, and then they got better friends, and better friends, and better friends, and better friends. And also there's a Kafka, a lady called in the whole building
Where?
Do you know that building we went to with
But where? What do you remember from the building? Where is location?
Like where you went to, back to home.
Doesn't remember.
But where? You remember where we went? Next to what?
I don't remember next.
Doesn't matter. You know you went to Kafka's, yes?
Yeah, we went to Kafka's and there's a lady and one's...
What's the lady's name?
Holly, and one's a Kafka's.
Any other lady? Any other lady?
No.
Just Holly?
Yes. And
Can you mention it? Who did you...
Ella too, yeah. She's the
Ella from social services.
Yes,
no?
yes.
Not from Kafka's.
From Kafka's.
No, I'm from Kafka's.
And what do they do to you?
And they do sex to me in a building, where like a big office, and they ask me all kind of personal questions. They ask me, does your mum feed you well? And we say yes and yes, everything yes. And then
they ask you many times, didn't they?
Yeah, and to make me say yes or no, they don't.
They want you to say no, that your mother doesn't feed.
So we go and live with a dad.
Oh, they're tempting to...
They will say, oh look, Dad is really nice. He doesn't do no...
So, do you think your father knows these people?
Yes, my father knows everybody who does sex, but not your friend, that friend who's following you.
Who?
That friend he talks about who's following you, and your children say, hey Dad, there's something wrong with that child. Yeah, he's not, I don't know.
Your father doesn't know that one. So that's one person your father doesn't know that we know who does it.
And there's also, and Spike.
Wait. Wait. Slowly. Don't rush.
And Spike, the social service, he sticks a plastic willy right inside my bottom and I have to feel it on my belly.
Who does this?
Spike, the social service.
And what about this fellow Richie from the social?
And Richie, there's a man called Richie, and these are our social services.
Does he come to your school?
And he comes to our school, yes, that's true. He comes to our school and he does sex to us, and he knows Papa. There's a man called Richie, and these are our social services.
Does he come to your school?
And he comes to our school, yes, that's true. He comes to our school and he does sex to us, and he knows Papa.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank. Welcome, radiant viewers, to Golden Age Technology.
He comes to our school and he does sex to us, and he knows Papa.
Fellow from the social service?
Yes, and he comes also to...
He knows your father? How does he know your father?
You know, they met somehow, when we wasn't with Papa, they met, and then they got better friends, and better friends, and better friends, and better friends. And also there's a Kafka. then we went to Kafka's, and there's a lady, and
What's the lady's name?
Holly, and once Kafka's.
Any other lady? Any other lady?
No. And
Just Holly.
Yes. And
Can you mention who did you?
Ella too, yeah. She's the
Ella from social services.
Yes, yes.
No, from Kafka's.
No, I'm from Kafka's.
And what did they do to you?
And they do sex to me in a building, where like a big office, and they ask me all kind of personal questions. They ask me, does your mum feed you well? And we say yes and yes, yes, everything yes. And then
they ask you many times, didn't they?
Yeah, and to make me say yes or no, they don't.
They want you to say no, that your mother doesn't feed.
So we go and live with a dad.
Oh, they're attempting
to. They will say, oh look, Dad is really nice. He doesn't do no.
So, do you think your father knows these people?
Yes, my father knows everybody who does the sex. And they do sex to me in a building, where like a big office, and they ask me all kind of personal questions.
Do you think your father knows these people?
Yes, my father knows everybody who does the sex. My father knows everybody who does the sex.
Tell me more stuff. Tell me about this cult that you're in.
This cult is because the first time whenever we ever done it.
Did what?
First ever we saw Papa kill a baby, and me and Gabriel done. Then when they done sex to me and Gabriel.
Who did sex to you?
Papa, the others, when we just came.
Who were the others? Who were the others?
Mr. Hollins, Mr. Forth, all the parents and the teachers and Papa.
Can you give me the names of some of these parents and teachers, please?
Laura, Sophie, Sophie's mom, Sophie.
Laura who? Who's
Laura Herlicker.
Give me their surnames if you can remember.
Laura Herlicker, Sophie Dix, Jackie Cowell.
Who are the leaders of this cult?
Papa.
And who is Papa? Who is Papa?
Papa is my dad. He's Ricky. His name is Ricky Dearman, and he does really. He's the boss.
Of what?
The whole thing.
Of the what? Boss of what?
Of the whole cult. The whole Peter Paul ring.
And what do they do in this cult?
They do sex there. They kill babies.
Sex to who?
They do sex to children. They do it to each other.
And what are the babies for? What do you get the
babies? We send the social services to do it, unfortunately. They get the babies from families who can't look after the baby and who don't want the baby.
Really?
Yes.
Social services, I find that difficult to believe.
Yes.
What's their name?
Richie.
Richie who?
Richie, I don't know his surname, but it's Richie. His
the one who came to our house. And
he's your particular social service, he's a worker that helps.
Yes, and Ella, the other lady who first time. Yes, she came to our house in 47 Holcroft Avenue.
One second.
First ever we saw Papa kill a baby, and me and Gabriel done. Then when they done sex to me and Gabriel, when we first Papa, the others, when we just came. Who were the others? Mr. Hollings, Mrs. Forth, all the parents and the teachers and Papa.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
When we first Papa, the others, when we just came. Who were the others? Mr. Hollings. Mr. Hollings, Mrs. Forth, all the parents and the teachers and Papa.
Can you give me the names of some of these parents and teachers, please?
Laura, Sophie, Sophie's mom, yeah, Laura Hurlicker.
Give me their surnames if you can remember.
Laura Hurlicker, Sophie Dix.
Well, I've not done any for a while, but I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm available now. This afternoon. Okay. No, I'm fine with short notice. Oh, yeah, sure. Go. Avenue, Mac. Yeah. Mr. Hart. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.
Listen.
Yes.
Please come in. Oh, here it is.
Oh, wow, it's lovely. What do you want me to do?
Yes. And you can change downstairs. There's a room around the corner on the left. You'll find a dress there. Ready?
Good.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I'll go and change them. Tell me, Guy, are you married?
Why'd you ask?
No reason. I never married myself. I really saw the point. I met the right person, I suppose. What about you? You ever meet a Mrs. Wright?
No.
So you live all on your own? It's just that I saw a light in the room downstairs. That's sort of opposite our address. Thought it might be your someone.
I can assure you, Miss Manning, I live quite alone now. You should let me get on and finish this without any further interruptions.
Sorry. When will I be able to see any?
Well, thanks for everything. Here's a little extra for appreciation. Well, good luck and thanks again.
No, thanks. See you sometime then.
Is this enough proof for you, Raw? Oh, I mean, it's even got 9 thumbs down. But obviously that could have been after it's got exposed as her, of course. But just the, I mean, she writes these herself, you know. Yeah, I can so imagine. That was like atrocious. That was just so sad. Proof of what we're dealing with, Wallace. Deranged, hurting, lost souls. Let's pray for them all. Bless.
Sophie Dix. Sophie Dix. Sophie Dix.
Sabine's birthday, I should note also, Sophie Dix was one of the women who took Sabine to court, along with Laura Herlocker, who was the mother of Sophie Herlocker, who was named in the retractions as the reason as to Elisa knew about Plastic Willie's anal sex and was touching her brother with the supposed reward of sweets by this 9-year-old Sophie Dix if she touched her brother forever. And this wasn't addressed. This wasn't brought up as a questionable or a disturbing element of the case to be ever mentioned again. Just note, 2 definitely solid retractions, whatever the word, whatever the description the judge and whoever else wrote up on it described or reported. And yeah, Plastic Willies and anal sex on her iPad. That's the reason why Lisa, when Abraham was saying, who's taught you to touch your brother? Oh, and then she just came up with this imaginary, well, just thought, I know, I'll tell her about, I'll say about the stuff as well, about the Plastic Willies and the anal sex and about 100 or so other people involved, plus etc. So, and then we'll say the Mask of Zorro when there's a head cut off of a man, and then a man's head is put in a big jug of water, and a hand is put in the water. So we'll make that into drinking the blood. Okay, yeah. No. So yeah, and Sophie Dix, Laura Herlocker, Julie Flexen, and Sajid Gabish, mother of Mia Gabish, who we spoke to, and she really didn't want to be in the cult, and she genuinely had multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder. Absolutely tell by her conversation with us in the court lobby at one of Sabine's trials. So yeah, that was wonderful getting to speak to Sajid Gabish, even though she was testifying. I don't know what, I wasn't in the courtroom to see the statement, but she was definitely not as intent on her position in the cult. Like Laura Herlock was described as having a big set of keys, one of the top members of the cult with a big set of keys. All these rooms, downstairs rooms and stuff. Just in case you missed the Harvey Weinstein articles that it was scrolling through, Sophie Dix accused Harvey Weinstein of ruining her acting career by assaulting her or something on the casting couch. But it seemed like Harvey Weinstein was perhaps thrown under the bus, as they say, as a decoy sort of thing. As in, yeah, he may have, and he seemingly was involved in abuse, but to maybe was not initiated into these other sectors, echelons of the dynamics of it all.
Sophie Dix, Jackie Cowell.
Who are the leaders of this cult?
Papa.
And who is Papa? Who is Papa?
Papa is my dad. He's Ricky. His name is Ricky Dearman.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
Who are the leaders of this cult?
Papa.
And who is Papa? Who is Papa?
Papa is my dad. He's Ricky. His name is Ricky Dearman. and he does really he's the boss
Of what?
of the whole thing.
Of the what? Boss of what?
Of the whole cult. The whole pedophile ring.
And what's the mo-
Papa is my dad. He's Ricky. His name is Ricky Dearman, and he does really he's the boss
Of what?
of the whole thing.
Of the what? Boss of what?
Of the whole cult. The whole pedophile ring.
And what do they do with the cult?
They do sex there. They kill babies.
Sex to who?
They do sex to children.
Clyde, you're not going to comment on Elisa's eyes looking up and insincere. You're not going to say that she looks like she's being coached into it. Come on, you've usually got some words to throw about. I think you might have lost traction a bit, eh?
They do it to each other.
And what are the babies for? What do you get the babies?
We send the social services to do it, unfortunately. They get the babies from families who can't look after the baby and who don't want the baby.
Really?
Yes.
Social services, I find that difficult to believe.
Yes.
What's their name?
Richie.
Richie who? Richie who?
Richie, I don't know his surname, but it's Richie. And then the social services, they get babies from other families. So like, if the family can't afford a baby, so if they got a baby but they can't look after it or anything like that, so if they get a baby, they want a baby.
Who do they give the baby to? Do they sell the baby or just give them?
They don't just give them; they sell it because they can't really. They sometimes give, but they don't like just give it like borrow, like for like a rent. They give it away because sometimes families are poor. So like in Tanja, there are people who had children and they were really poor. They couldn't afford food for them. So if the family's doesn't have money and they get a baby, they sell it. They eat it, do sex first.
How do they eat the baby? Alive? Is the baby alive?
No, they inject it to make it go to sleep.
And
then after, Papa tells us to hold the knife, and then he puts his big hand on. He pushes it into the net, cuts it, and after, but when it's upside down, so it's like he goes like that.
How do the babies become upside down?
So you get a string, hang it up, and it's upside down when it's asleep.
Hang the baby upside down after they inject it.
Yes. Miss Martin, the nurse, she injects it.
Who is Miss Martin?
Miss Martin is a nurse of our school. She does the injecting. She pretends to be kind to my mom and tries to be kind. And then after she injects. She's the nurse, so she pretends to be kind to mom. And she so if I hurt myself, she pretends to be really kind to us and look after us and give us ice.
She's a member of this cult?
Yes, she's a.
What do they all have? You say they all have a special something that they wear and stuff.
Yes, they wear this special kind of shoes. They make
what shoes? What kind of shoes?
Baby skin shoes. Daniel, Felix, and Max.
Who are Daniel, Felix, and Max?
They work at a shoe shop. Daniel and Felix, yes.
What shoe shop do they work at?
Daniel and Felix, they work in next to the O2 Centre one in this tube station.
Where?
Just inside the tube station.
In the tube station where? What tube station, Daniel?
O2 Centre one.
O2 Centre where? No.
So in the corner.
Tube station?
I think it's the next Waitress. I didn't Finchley Road Station.
What, the tube station?
Yes. So when you come in, there's this shop,
That's okay, you don't have to
shoe
describe
shop.
it. Just tell me what they do, these fellows.
And those fellows, they take off the skin. I don't know how.
The skin of whom?
Of the baby. The baby.
And they make shoes.
Yes.
And who wears these shoes?
Papa, everyone wears the shoes.
Everyone in the cult.
Yes.
Thank
And then
you.
they
One
put
moment, one moment.
and then the social services, they get babies from other families. So like, if the family can't afford a baby, so if they got a baby but they can't look after it or anything like that, so if they get a baby, they
Who do they give the baby to? Do they sell the baby or just give them?
They don't just give them, they sell it because they can't really, they sometimes give, but they don't like just give it like borrow, like for like a rent. They give it away because sometimes families are poor. So like in Tanja, there are people who had baby children and they were really poor. They couldn't afford food for them. So if the families doesn't have money and they get a baby, they sell it. They eat it, do sex
How
first.
do they eat the baby? Alive? Is the baby alive?
No, they inject it to make it go to sleep. And then after, Papa tells us to hold the knife, and then he puts his big hand on. He pushes it into the net, cuts it. And after, but when it's upside down, so it's like, he goes like that.
How do the babies become upside down?
So you get a string, hang it up, and it's upside down when it's asleep.
Hang the baby upside down after they inject it?
Yes. Miss Marden, the nurse, she injects it.
Where's Miss Marden?
Miss Marden is a nurse of our school. She does the injecting. So when it's upside down, so it's like, he goes like that.
How do the babies become upside down?
So you get a string, hang it up, and it's upside down when it's asleep.
Hang the baby upside down after they inject it?
Yes. Miss Marden, the nurse, she
Marden? Who's Miss Marden?
Miss Marden is a nurse of our school. She does the injecting. She pretends to be kind to my mom and tries to like say be kind. And then after she injects. She's a nurse, so she pretends to be kind to mom. And so if I hurt myself, she pretends to be like really kind to us and like look after us and give us iPads.
She's a member of this cult?
Yes,
I thought they all have. You say they all have a special something that they wear and stuff.
Yes, they wear this special kind of shoes. They make
What shoes? What special kind of shoes?
Baby skin shoes. Daniel, Felix, and Max.
Who are Daniel, Felix, and Max?
They work at a shoe shop. Daniel and Felix, yes.
What shoe shop do they work at?
Daniel and Felix, they work in the next to the O2 Centre one in this tube station.
Where?
Just inside the tube station.
In the tube station where? What tube station, Daniel?
O2 Centre one.
O2 Centre where? No.
So in the corner. I think it's the next Waitrose. I didn't Hampstead. Finchley Road Station.
What, the tube station?
Yes, yes. So when you come in, there's this shop, the shoe shop.
A lot of information in the last part. I think that's the last part. So I'm just going to take a little intermission and show this news story from 1 hour ago.
Tessa, this must have been a really emotional day for all of the parents involved. Hi, Catherine. Yes, and many of them were here at court, as they had been during the trial when that CCTV evidence was showing the woman they trusted assaulting their children. Parents today described it as unthinkable and horrifying. The judge told Lecker she was sadistic and callous and had committed acts of gratuitous violence. In the sleep room of the nursery where she cared for children, Roxana Lecker can be seen reaching for a vape and blowing a trail over babies in cots. She thought she'd got away with it, and much worse. But CCTV helped to convict the nursery worker of cruelty to 21 babies between 10 months and 2 years.
All but one of her crimes took place at Twickenham Riverside Nursery in southwest London.
The footage shows children crying and flinching as they are repeatedly pinched, scratched and grabbed. In one clip, Lecker can be seen kicking a little boy in the face as he lies on a mattress on the floor. In others, she's seen slapping children and pushing babies head first into cots.
A colleague had raised the alarm, suspicious of a red mark on a baby. This was the moment she was arrested.
You've been seen on a number of occasions to assault children with cyber.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. Roxana, you are going to be under arrest today, okay? We need to take you to the police station, so that you can be interviewed about it.
Lecker's victims couldn't speak out. In police interviews,
no comment.
She chose not to talk or explain her actions.
Roxana, how does that make you feel, seeing injury photos on a baby? Because for me, I find that really difficult to look at. Seeing clear marks on a little baby. How does that make you feel?
No comment.
There was no emotion, and at times she's seen twiddling her hair, and I think that speaks volumes to us about how she behaved in interview. There's no remorse, and that's only added to the pain that the families have experienced throughout this process.
In victim impact statements, parents told of their horror at seeing the sickening footage. The guilt that I couldn't protect him will live with me forever, said one parent. Another questioned, when my son wakes up screaming, is it because of what Roxana did to him? Others described the betrayal of trust and said it makes you question everyone who cares for your child. And because police could only view 1 month of CCTV from the 6 months Lecker had worked at Riverside, it's left everyone wondering what else happened, including this mum whose child was there and attended the trial.
I felt really betrayed seeing those images and seeing what was happening in that room. It was vicious, intentional, cruel. And vaping in the sleep room, in such a sacred place for little kids. We all know how we put our kids to sleep. We don't throw them in the cot like they're a sack of potatoes.
She should have shown kindness and compassion. Instead, Roxana Lecker caused pain to defenceless children. Still, no one knows why, but she is behind bars tonight.
Tessa, your report was quite difficult to watch. How have families reacted to the sentence today?
Some of them were hugging outside court after the sentence. They've supported each other through this awful ordeal. And I have to say, listening to those 21 victim impact statements in court gave a really powerful insight into the emotional toll this has taken on them. Now, some of those parents said they had actually noticed bruises and marks on their children. And I just spoke to a lawyer who's representing some of those families who say, while they do welcome this verdict, there are still many questions to be asked about how this was able to happen. Some of those families are taking legal action against Riverside Nurseries. For their part, a spokesperson said, this has been a really distressing case. Our thoughts are first and foremost with the families.
So mad how close this is to Sabine's house, a flat that she lived in. Literally, you go out the station 50 feet down and then right, and then another 50 feet down the hill to like not even far, like about 10 houses down there to a flat. So crazy.
And what do they all have? You say they all have a special something that they wear and stuff.
Yes, they wear this, but they wear this special kind of shoes. They make
What shoes? What kind of shoes?
Baby skin shoes. Daniel, Felix, and Max.
Who are Daniel, Felix, and Max?
They work at a shoe shop. Daniel and Felix, yes.
What shoe shop do they work at?
Daniel and Felix, they work in the next to the O2 Centre one in the tube station.
Where?
Just inside the tube station.
In the tube station where? What tube station, Daniel?
O2 Centre one.
O2 Centre where? No.
So in the corner. I think it's the next waitress. I didn't come to Finchley Road Station.
What, the tube station?
Yes, yes. So when you come in, there's this shop, the shoe shop. Finchley Road Station.
What, the tube station?
Yes, yes. So when you come in, there's this shop, the shoe shop.
Just tell me what they do, these fellows.
And those fellows, they take off the skin. I don't know how.
The skin of whom?
Of the baby. The baby.
And they make shoes?
Yes.
And who wears these shoes?
Papa.
I don't want to be a killer anymore. Good night, Frank.
Just tell me what they do, these fellows.
And those fellows, they take off the skin. I don't know how.
The skin of whom?
Of the baby. The baby.
And they make shoes?
Yes.
And who wears these shoes?
Papa. Everyone wears the shoes.
Everyone in the cult?
Yes.
Thank
and
you.
then
One moment.
Elisa. Papa's not here. Lisa, look. Where is he? Elisa. Elisa. Where is Papa? Look, this is not Papa. Elisa. Lisa, that's not Papa. And just tell the truth, please. Lisa, you can tell the truth. Look, is this Papa? Is this Vicky there? No. So look, Mum and Papa are protecting you, and you have to help them to protect yourself and to protect them, protect all of us. If the group lies, will start to get wrong. Things will start to happen wrong. You might break a glass. You might hurt yourself.
What about the babies?
And you might get your back a payment for the babies. You might get killed by somebody.
It quoted as Lisa there. For some reason in the transcript right up point.
Saying to her.
Please tell the truth, please. Lisa, please, just tell the truth. Look, they're not here yet. They're not here. Look.
Lisa for short sometimes. They might call him Gab.
Look, and nobody's touching me, no. When we're with Mum and Uncle, please tell the truth. Lisa, it's really important. If you won't tell the truth, then you get yourself into trouble yourself. You get into deep trouble yourself. So please tell the truth. Whatever when Uncle says, tell the truth. Okay? Okay, Lisa? Yes.
In this case, we can understand, we can presume that's an amount that would be in the hundreds of thousands.
Some interesting stories to cover. One about spiking of vapes in London with spice and THC. Netanyahu saying that to the UN that the most of the world don't remember October 7th. No, we remember it for its very suspicious unravelling and reporting, and obviously deeply sad for anything that did happen to your people. I think you did suffer, Bibi. So it does not explain or justify what you are doing in the follow-up to that. I'm not sure what this nursery hackers is. I'm not sure. Releasing more data on nurseries. This is very odd.
Of pounds. Of course, we don't know the exact sums here. As it had been reported, I mentioned already earlier in the week, hackers had published the data of some 10 children already on the dark web. But this upcoming release, which the group claiming to be Radiant say will be coming imminently in the next few minutes. They say it will be the profiles of 30 more children, as well as information around 100.
One from the start.
Has garnered within the past hour or so.
Names and addresses of thousands of children.
I witnessed the complete destruction of a place linked to my childhood memories. This is insane. I'm Yusra Al-Bagh, Sky's Africa correspondent based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I felt awe when we saw the mountain gorillas in Rwanda.
We call him the king of the jungle. This is the alpha silverback.
Sky News, get the full story first.
Welcome back. We can bring you a little bit more now on our breaking news this hour. Hackers who claim to have stolen pictures, names and addresses of thousands of children in a cyber attack on a nursery chain have told Sky News that they are about to release the profiles of more children and employees. The hacker group, which calls itself Radiant, had posted images of children from the kiddo nursery chain on the dark web and was demanding a ransom from the company. Let's get more on this from our correspondent, Rachel Venables. Rachel, very insidious, this hack, and they're about to release more very private information.
That's certainly the information that Sky News has been given, that in fact, within a matter of minutes, more information and personal information about children who go to a kiddo nursery, and also, crucially, about staff who work there as well, could be published on the dark web. And this is an escalation, of course, a really disturbing escalation in this incident between a group of hackers who tell Sky News they call themselves Radiant, and the Kiddo Nursery Group, which has nurseries all over the world, but certainly several branches in the London area. And we understand from the group that all of the UK-based nurseries, 18 in total, have been affected. And this is all from information that Sky News has garnered within the past hour or so, speaking to a group who claim to be the hackers behind this huge data leak involving some 8,000, it's understood, children, 21,000 people in total. So, of course, that includes carers, parents and staff. They claim to have been in some communication or trying to speak to the kiddo group. They say they let them know that they had this data, that they'd stolen this, and they demanded a certain amount of money in exchange for not releasing it. They say they haven't got that cash. And we'd already heard, of course, earlier in the week that the information about just a small number of children had been posted on the dark web. But obviously this is an indication that they plan to escalate their activities, having still, as we understand it, not received any money from the kiddo group. There's a bit of detail. The hackers told Sky News, they claimed to Sky News that they typically demand around 1.5% of a company's yearly revenue. In this case, we can understand, we can presume that's an amount that would be in the hundreds of thousands of pounds. Of course, we don't know the exact sums here. As it had been reported, I mentioned already earlier in the week, hackers had published the data of some 10 children already on the dark web. But this upcoming release, which the group claiming to be Radiant say will be coming imminently in the next few minutes, they say it will be the profiles of 30 more children, as well as information around 100 employees. And we're talking here about personally identifiable information, so full names, national insurance numbers, date of birth, addresses, that kind of thing. Concerningly, they also claim to have been able to steal the information, really personal information about children that includes things like medical records, incident reports, the allocation of things like drugs and medicine that were given to these children. And also, Sky News was received unsolicited one such medical report. They sent us an example of this to prove that they had this data, though, of course, we will not be sharing that information, and it was sent to us unsolicited. We have already approached Kiddo for comment, and previously a Metropolitan Police spokesperson talked about this hack, saying they received the referral on Thursday following reports of what they've called a ransomware attack on a London-based organisation. No arrests have been made, and the Met's cyber crime unit are investigating.
Rachel, thank you. We're hoping to speak to somebody about that story this hour. We'll keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, Sir Keir Starmer says that the next election will be an open fight between Labour and Reform UK. He has been speaking after a new poll reveals that Nigel Farage is on course to become Prime Minister at the next election. Addressing the Global Progress Action Summit in London, the PM also announced digital ID plans to tackle illegal migration.
For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy and remain here illegally. Because, frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true. It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on Labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages, but the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders. We do need to know who is in our country. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. Otherwise, it undermines trust, undermines people's faith that we're on their side, and their belief that the state can and will work for them. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Joining me now is Ian Murray, Minister of State for the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. Very good afternoon to you, Mr. Murray. This is a big policy announcement. Why is it now such a good idea? It wasn't in your manifesto. It was even rejected when the Tony Blair Foundation suggested it. quite recently?
Well, we have very much a digitised population. 93% of adults in this country have a smartphone. They use it regularly, but we have a largely analogue government. And what we're trying to do is to digitise government so we can deal with some of these issues, have the interface between the public and government better, getting rid of forms and making sure we can have that security in the system. And what the Prime Minister has announced today is the first application of that particular process by making sure that it's mandatory for everyone to have a digital ID who have the right to work in this country. That will make things easier for businesses, it will level the playing field in terms of fairness, and that will make things easier for employees as well. So this is a good news story and something we should embrace.
Yeah, but why the change of opinion about it? It was rejected, it's not in your manifesto, you haven't been in power that long.
Well, as the Prime Minister has laid out today, we're having to do a whole host of levers to control our borders. The previous government broke our immigration system. They had an open borders policy, and illegal working is one of the big pull factors in terms of people coming to the country illegally. So this will deal with that. But it's also a response to communities to say that they do the right things, they employ the people the right way, they have good employers and good employees, and yet they're undercut by people who are bringing people into the black economy illegally. So the first application of this will be to make sure that that can be resolved. It won't be mandatory to have a digital ID, but it will be mandatory to have it when you are seeking employment. It'll be mandatory for employers to check that. So that's the purpose of the first application, but there are many other applications that this could be used for across
But
government.
I'm not hearing, Mr. Murray, what has changed from the period of time when this was rejected. I mean, all of those trends were moving in the direction that we've been seeing then.
Well, it's really important for government to respond to what the public are looking for. They want better interaction with government. We've seen with visits to Estonia recently, we've seen in India, we've seen in Australia, and indeed in Denmark, the real benefits that has to the public and to government efficiency by having a digital identification scheme. So all of those things bring great benefits to the public who are in control of their own data, but also bring great benefits to the country as well. The government are already doing some of this through the one login through gov.uk. We have the gov.uk app. We have the HMRC fully digitised on their own app online as well. So the public are interacting with government in different ways, and we're responding to that.
But there's a lot of detail that you're putting around your answers there. But what I don't understand is how does it make any difference at all to illegal migration, which is the problem that you've made the totemic problem to solve? How is it going to disincentivize people from coming? And if they're working in the shadow economy, people won't be asking for ID cards.
Well, there's a number of responses to that. We know the biggest pull factor, or one of the biggest pull factors for people coming into the country illegally is their ability to disappear into the shadow economy, and that's what the Prime Minister laid out in his speech this morning. The second thing is that we already have these kinds of checks in the system through passports or through driver's licences, so this is digitising it and making sure it's easier to do. And if you digitise it, it means the Home Office, in terms of what they can do to deal with this issue, have a much greater sight of who is actually employing the legal workers and who's employing illegal workers. It's also a huge fairness issue, because if you are doing the right thing in the economy, you're employing people properly, you're being undercut by people who aren't. So it's about dealing with that fairness issue as well. So it's really important for all of those reasons. But the biggest one, in terms of the Prime Minister's announcement today, is we know it's one of the biggest pull factors of people coming into the country illegally.
Can I ask you personally, what do you make of reports that Andy Burnham is looking to come back to Westminster and potentially position himself as the next Prime Minister? I know that 10 years ago you didn't see eye to eye.
Well, Andy's doing a great job in Greater Manchester, and I hope he continues to do so, because this UK Labour government is providing a lot to the Greater Manchester area and other metropolitan moralities across the whole of the country in terms of powers and money, and he's spending that wisely for the benefit of the people in his own area. So I wish him well in doing so, and we're solely focused as a government on delivering for the public and getting on with the agenda that we've set out.
While we've got you, a few moments ago, we were bringing our viewers the breaking news about this hacking group who had already released data which it had taken from nurseries, data that pertains to children, to the parents of those children, to employees of those nurseries. They're about to release some more. In your role as Minister for Culture, Media and Sport, what do you want to say about that? What is the government doing to try and bring an end to it?
Well, this is breaking news to government as well, so we will be fully briefed on this relatively shortly. But what it does highlight is the infrastructure that is being used by people who have no interest in the benefits of the United Kingdom or businesses that are here in terms of attacking their data and holding that to ransom. And that's why we need a very, very secure system. We need to make sure we're supporting businesses and making sure their systems are as secure as possible. There's a number of incidents that have been happening recently, whether it be in terms of the Heathrow Airport or Jaguar Land Rover, and now we have the really disgusting and shameful way in which this data of children is being used to try and elicit money through illegal means. So we'll be responding to this in full, I'm sure, in the coming hours once we are fully briefed on what is the situation. But as you say, it's breaking news, and at this stage we need to be assessing what we're seeing and what's coming in.
Yeah, I appreciate that we are putting you on the spot and you haven't perhaps received a briefing on it yet. Is there anything more reassuring that you can say to people who might be affected by this, whose children's details, photographs may be being released?
Well, I can assure everyone that the full force of government and full force of the justice system will be here in terms of what this particular incident, but in all the other incidents you'll have seen this week from the Jaguar Land Rover instance, that the government are fully backing the supply chains and that company in order to get through this particular difficulty, and we'll be having the same approach to any business or any organisation who's infiltrated in this way. But this organised criminality there'll be no stone left unturned in terms of dealing with it.
All right, Ian Murray, thank you very much for joining us on Sky News. Well, on that story to do with the data hack surrounding personal information of young children, their parents, employees of nurseries, joining me now is Kieran Martin, who is the former Chief Executive of the National Cyber Security Centre. Kieran, really good of you to join us so quickly here on Sky News. Now, the hackers say that they are imminently about to release more information, highly personal information. Should the nursery chain pay the ransom?
I don't think they should, and I don't think it will achieve much. And in terms of the conversation you were just having with the minister, I think the worst thing we can do here is spread panic. This is awful, it's horrible, it's venal. The people behind it are absolutely terrible, some of the worst human beings you can imagine. But I've seen headlines, for example, that this is every parent's worst nightmare. It isn't. It isn't actually even the most serious cyber attack currently affecting Britain. That's Jaguar Land Rover, where people are at risk of losing their jobs, including parents of children. The business model of the criminals here is to sell fear and panic. And they're trying to sell a sense of danger around the children. Now, is there a physical risk to the children? Almost certainly not. For a start, the hackers seem to be, on the early evidence abroad, probably in Russia, and there's no history, even in the worst cases, of children or adults coming to harm directly from this type of event. Can parents' bank accounts be emptied? No, because there's no financial information there. So you've got the photos, you've got the addresses and so forth, and they're threatening to dump that along with what they refer to as safeguarding notes. We don't know if they have them yet and what those safeguarding notes would include. But you can see why people would be worried about that. But firstly, where does this data go? It doesn't go onto the open internet. Nobody will host it. The media tend not to report any details. So it goes onto this so-called dark web, which is very hard to find, and where actually, the information, it can be useful to other criminals for scams and so forth. So people have got to be alert. There might be fraudulent social security claims and so forth. So although it's really unsettling, the actual harm that's likely to come from it directly is very, very little.
So, Mr. Martin, is what you're saying that there is nothing that these hackers can threaten with regards to the nature of the information that they've got there that would justify paying any kind of ransom?
Well, firstly, what history suggests, every so often police, even when the criminals are abroad, they hack the criminals. And they get into their digital infrastructure. And what do they find? They find that even when companies have paid, they've kept the data. Why do they keep the data? Because they sell it to other criminals. They use it for scams, they use it for fraud. This data is not coming back. I'm really sorry. That's the bit that I would say that isn't reassuring. There's no way of guaranteeing the suppression of this data. And if and when law enforcement get to this group, they call themselves the Radiant Group, they appear to be new. And even if the nursery pays the ransom, they'll find the data. They won't delete it, they never do. So it won't achieve anything. So what we need to do is do what Australia did 3 years ago in an even worse case, where the full medical records of more than a third of the entire population, adults and children, was taken in a similar breach. The hackers started to release it onto the so-called dark web. The police issued warnings to Australians not to go onto the dark web. They looked around the forums where all this is sold and they tried to suppress it. And actually very little, if any, harm came from that. The thing that will be most worrying for parents is if they will get direct contact from the hackers, because we know the hackers have the phone numbers and email addresses. We absolutely are sure of that. If that happens, they should go to the police. But the worst thing we can do, the really worst thing we can do, is spread panic that there's a serious risk to the safety of children, because that's what fuels this. That's what fuels people's willingness to pay, and that leads to more. We have to hold our nerve here.
Our journalists have been able to speak to them. Given that we can track them down, how easy is it going to be to find them, for the authorities to find them?
There's a difference between communicating with them and tracking them down in a way that can disrupt them. These days, of course, people can communicate securely, not just in terms of the communications they use, but they can communicate from secure locations. Now, about 3/4 of this ransomware stuff, according to the best available studies, comes from Russia. Some of the most recent attacks that we've seen in Marks and Spencer's, British people have been arrested, but a lot of this comes from Russia. Never mind the fact of current relations with Russia. The Russian constitution doesn't allow the extradition of Russian citizens. We can't go and send a delegation from the Met or the National Crime Agency over to liaise with Russians. So they're pretty safe. So we may be able to track them down. One of the things police can do and will try to do and have done, but it takes time, is try and hack them. And that's where we see from previous cases, we see that they don't delete the data. So this is a giant scare, fear-based bluff. And we need to hold our nerve. Really upsetting though it must be for parents, but it isn't every parent's worst nightmare, thankfully. And that's why we must not panic and we must hold our nerve.
Well, great to get your experience and perspective here on Sky News. Kieran Martin, former Chief Executive of the National Cybersecurity Centre, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
You're watching Sky News today. Do stay with us. We're going to bring you all the...
My feeling on this, just if there is anybody still here, that it's a reflection on the paedophile rings. If it's on face value of the story, that it's a reflection that they are running out of money, or more desperate for money, or just more irrationally just trying new avenues of abuse and distracting themselves from how it's all coming in on them, and just trying to be brazen. Yeah, it's interesting though. Let's just listen. I'm going to watch a bit more of it anyway.
Latest from Washington as President Trump issues more medical advice.
I'll leave it here. Let's all. Can we all go to the Eden Project more, please? They need to get. You've got to keep them in that. Keep them running. I'm going to play. Oh yeah. Oh, wonderful, darling. I was just about to play. Start last night's stream. Just going to transfer over to. Oh, let's get it off screen.
Acceptable level of risk for our staff, forcing us to suspend life-saving medical activities. Jacob Granger, the emergency coordinator in Gaza, for stop our activities as our clinics are encircled by Israeli forces. This is the last thing we wanted, as the needs in Gaza City are enormous, with the most valuable people, infants in neonatal care, those with severe injuries and life-threatening illnesses unable to move and in grave danger. So MSF has said that it is no longer able to operate in Gaza City and is suspending its operations there while that offensive by Israel continues. Keeping across that story, of course.
Please pray, please stop the conflict, stop the fighting, stop the obsession.
Back here, a 22-year-old nursery worker who abused more than...
Yeah, we've got that story covered. Thank you. Thank you, Sky. Please do what you can. Pray. In love.
That's the best fucking really, because for the cereal, like, they do their own cereal and it's only like £1.15 for a big box. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lemony donuts. Oh.
Was approximately 10 minutes. Those layers, chocolate sponge so dark it was almost black. Whipped cream that was more air than dairy. Morello cherries that tasted nothing like actual cherries. And those chocolate shavings on top, curled with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. This wasn't just pudding. This was a statement. Served with blue nun or black tower wine, both considered impossibly sophisticated.
Oh my God.
Your parents...
Oh no, look at that, easy, for fuck's sake.
Breaking news. Israel hints at recognising Falkland Islands as Argentina, revenge the public state.
No.
Argentina, revenge the public state.
No.
It's a joke. Yeah, it's something coming. The public state.
No.
It's a joke. Revenge the public state.
No.
Public states. Yeah, this is what's coming, people. You put yourself out there for it. Damn.
It's a joke. Yeah, it's something coming. That's the best fucking one I've seen for fucking ages.
That would be funny though.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Or that follow-up bit. It's just so. Oh, I mean, it's just difficult to tell what. I mean, their whole existence is fake. So it's when it comes to what's fake and what's not fake, and what's evil and what's just acted just to try and fit in with the lads. The proper lad is easy, ain't he? And easy, the lad.
You know what? I'm going to tweet that to Keir Starmer tomorrow.
Oh,
proper one of the lads. She's going to tweet is Keir Starmer. Oh, she's going to feel so proper, like one of the something. Fucking sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
man, look at that cake. For fuck's sake, that should be illegal. Where's Rubber? Is Rubber looking at this?
Yeah.
That's why she's gone quiet, isn't it?
Well, she like
she's raiding their cupboard.
There you go.
Experienced the holy trinity of prawn cocktail, steak, and Black Forest Gâteau. And by God, they were bringing that restaurant experience home. The real German version has Kirschwasser, cherry brandy. The Sara Lee version had sugar.
Yeah, so it's that sort of insecure, unsure of herself, just trying to put on a false sense of confidence, like we get here every day, isn't it? And it's personified in Darren Williams. With his script, with his fucking paedophile script. Pathetic. Should we skip through this rubbish?
The fact that dessert came crispy pan.
We're going about the crispy pancakes for fucking ages.
Specific moment to about and today of the hot filling. That which, as you're about to.
Yeah, we didn't go to the restaurant, but it turned into trying to think what there is there now. I can't think what they built there. But yeah, that was terrible. That was disgusting.
We still got Wimpy though.
We lost that. Wimpy's gone. But we all protested that as well. But the thing is, by the time you get to know what the corrupt councils are doing, they've all.
A vegetarian talking about how she loved the beef eater. No talk of what it was she loved there, or about she liked the building. Actually, they protested the building not going, but no mention of the actual contents or the experience.
Already sold it off. They've already done the handshakes, and the money's on the way to the bank. So you can protest it all you like. You're not going to change anything because it's already been sealed. Where's this?
I love oysters. I used to work in a fish shop for a little while. Just kind of, I was there out a day. I love.
Yeah, things like a chat thing, and they don't just tell a story. They will just go on and they'll keep repeating themselves. The word keeps getting repeated. I unsub from loads of channels because they started doing that. Like, fuck it, I like it. Do a video, talk with your own voice. Stop cheating. They can't even pronounce.
A comment from Luke just came up. We want more nostalgia. it just says it all, doesn't it? Just this escapism into a false sense of reality, the past, a gone and fake past.
Pronounce things properly.
Right, the 10. Hang on, there was one I had. It was about chocolate actually.
Oh my God! Don't get me on that.
Hang on, I'll tell you what.
Never had avocado ever.
10 British sweets we loved and don't exist anymore.
What's the one taste from your childhood you wish you could have just one more time? Not just remember, but actually hold in your hand again. For so many of us, those memories are tied to the crinkle of a wrapper, the rustle of the paper bag, and the jingling of a few coins in our pocket money. We're stepping back through the sweet shop doors of the past, shelves stacked high with treasures wrapped in foil and bright colours, to find 10 ghosts at the counter. These are the iconic British sweets that, for one reason or another, are no longer with us. Let's see how many of these you remember. Right, let's start with a hidden gem, the banjo bar.
Yeah, I remember the banjo. They said it was in the 70s, but I remember it when I was.
To come on and reflect on any of this or anything else, or any suggestions for anything, but I may not notice you in the back room. Probably more likely to see that I'm not used to looking at that, but I'll try to remember. And yeah, just note in the side chat if you're there. And can't speak to someone else if you want to suggest to somebody else to come up and speak. And just this like you were saying, Kaylee, when you learned about the dairy and stuff, it really is almost more insulting when somebody claims to be an advocate for animal welfare, that they can't eat meat, but yet they just disregard the dairy industry totally. And that is and she just does it day in, day out. So she really does stink of Ricky Dearman level veganism, doesn't she? Although she doesn't claim to be vegan, but she does. She has done before, I think. And then she says that she just loves cheese too much, basically. And ingredients, she's too used to certain ingredients for cakes that she can't snap out of the habit of.
You won't expect.
Oh, it looks nice.
So,
What is it,
second
like
answer
nugget?
for all in comments. You think about it, or you sweep out the cherry and never look back. From an exotic gamble to a sweet that was steady as a rock.
This is where they were
Sometimes
made
it
by
wasn't about
Americans.
glamour. Toffo was the solid mate.
Oh,
that
you
always
know.
felt. The little cardboard cube rattling in your pocket was unmistakable. You'd slide one out, unwrap the waxy paper, and there it was. A golden toffee disc, smooth to the touch and smelling of caramel. Would make it last. Feeling.
Yeah. So I actually was listening to them because it was early hours in the morning. I didn't get off till late again. And I just had trouble to sleep for some reason. Ben does these streams. No offence, then it helps me sleep. Yeah, not being horrible, but not because of your content, mate. Because of your voice. You know what I mean? So I was listening to that, but I was going through your streams, and do you know what? Every stream he's done, he's been consistent with. Do you know that? He hasn't changed anything.
Yeah, but he's just giving his opinion, and people's egos can't cope with that.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. No,
So what do you think is going to happen now with all this? You've got that echo cutting thing now.
I mean, this comment about then never changing his opinion, that is not a compliment. That is not a compliment by any means. Consistency in fantasy, in self-grandizing, imposing. Yeah, he gets to some points that he holds steadfast with, but that's not the idea, is it?
Oh no, nothing hit you.
No, it's not me.
I can take this up. It's up enough.
It's because you ain't got headphones.
Yeah, I'll get them tomorrow. But what do I think of what, dude?
So what do you think is going to happen now with all this auditing thing?
Nothing. Because you know why? There was a statement from YouTube said, there's nothing he's done to break the rules for.
Yeah, but someone said, I don't know how true it is, someone said that they've contacted Acado, and they're contacting anybody who advertises on his channel, and they're going to be asking you, they reckon that Acado have already pulled their ads.
No, they have, they're going to look into it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? If they do that, then do you know what? Then YouTube's going to lose a lot of money there because they get paid by Acado by using YouTube's platform. And plus, I don't know what the creators get for having him adverts.
Yeah, well, this is what I said to me mate earlier. That look, we all know that YouTube are the greed of Google is off the scale, but they're so greedy. They are trying to rinse us. They want us to pay for no adverts, right? They can go fuck right off. So when they monetize a channel, I've seen channels monetized, got closed down for the most abhorrent, and I mean racism I've never heard the likes of, right? They've got their channel back. They've got their monetization back. Because YouTube, this is what they missed out that channel for, loonies, right? Oh, they're making this, making that. But they that sick they don't realise that anything made, YouTube take 30% off. So they're also making money. They're not just going to bin that.
And the other thing, what has he really done to violate their things they haven't? Don't forget now, YouTube are not using, they use their own laws, don't they? They don't really use the British laws.
Well, they're American, yeah.
Yeah, so they've got more free speech, haven't they? So, me personally, I've nothing to add to this channel.
Yeah, but easily they've changed everything. If you go and look,
yeah, but now, he hasn't done anything wrong, has he?
Right.
YouTube
oh God, look, this is what I was trying to explain to people, yeah? This new online fucking safety shit deal thing, which they're claiming is to protect kids, it is fuck all to do with that. It is nothing to do with that. It is to stifle free speech even more, right? If you now look at YouTube, there is an option now. It'll either be American law or it'll be UK law, for instance. So if you put in, say, a copyright strike, you have to fill out the one for UK because it's totally different laws in America. So this is where Starmer will be sweeping in and saying, no, we can't have that being shown. And what they'll do is start putting restriction after restriction on content. If it's anything that upsets Starmer, it's going to get restricted. You watch. And that means everybody who Starmer's got the up with. I told you that if you keep going to hotels and harassing staff and people within them and the police, Starmer's going to start taking your fucking rights away. So now you see, so when Black Lives Matter shit was going on, do you remember the same thing happening, right? MSN and all the lefty twats and that, they were all buzzing around the internet getting people back. Donald Trump got banned from Twitter and Facebook, for fuck's sake. And that's what Starmer wants to bring back. He wants you all to shut the fuck up, put up with what he's doing, do not complain, do not say nothing, do not pass go. You know, the man is an absolute cunt.
Yeah, but you know what though? Because Elon Musk, he's done what he's done, and YouTube are competing with X. I think you won't find people getting like that. Honestly, he hasn't got that. The only reason what happened before with Trump was you had what's his name? For Labour, who was the other guy? He was part of the big Facebook thing. Paul Musk thought he was part of the fucking company Facebook. He got Tommy Brand. What's his name? Miliband, is it?
Oh, Ed Miliband, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So none of
look how many got fucked off on Facebook, but just posting a picture of Tommy. That happened to me as well, you know.
Yeah, well, he took down my group of 7,500. Yeah. Lost all my photos and everything, the cunts, as well.
I left Facebook because it was about 2011, I think, because they stopped Farmville, and I thought, well, there's no point in me being here. And I made a Facebook when the Brexit thing kicked off. And I'd only just got on there, literally, and I posted a James Goddard article about Brexit, right? I got told off of that, and they called that, and I thought, you know what, fuck yourselves. Because what you used to do, you would get a notification from Facebook saying, did you post this by accident? So they want you to admit that you knew what you were doing. So I said, no, I didn't, right? They said, we've removed your content. I said, why? Never got a reply. So I thought, right, you cunts. So I posted a big picture of Tommy Robinson, waited for it. Yeah, did you know that you posted this? Yes, never stick your platform up your arses. I've never gone back to Facebook. Never.
You see, look, YouTube have got to really be careful because in the end, look, most of them are signed up with X anyway. When they go live, they don't just go live with YouTube, they go live with X at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So basically what they've got to do is be careful, otherwise Elon Musk is going to just have everybody going over there filming. Do you know what I mean? So, and the percentage over to X filming, you know? YouTube just lose out big time because Elon Musk is taking over YouTube, but easy, you know. He has nothing going on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny because I can't particularly stand either of these people. But hasn't AY been doing exactly the same to other auditors trying to get them cancelled?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, he has. Well, your answer is yeah, he has. So it's kind of poetic justice, isn't it, in a way? It's karma, isn't it? Because he has spent weeks trying to cancel other auditors.
Well, somebody was reckon DJE got money to give the information.
Yeah, but they need to prove that. Like,
I can't think that. I didn't even spoke to them. You know, Baraka bloke spoke to them at a demo, and then they've done a job on him. So, you know, incredibly confident. There's only one person who said that. Only one person who said it. Hello, Rick. Only one person. Hello, Ant. Sorry, mate. In 10-7. No, so
can you earn money from streaming on X?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know that. Well, you could do shows on there as well. You could do panel shows as well.
Yeah, but can you get paid for it?
Yeah, you do on X. Yeah, there is something there. There's a donation thing there. Yeah, I think you can. Well, if they don't, they just put probably a coffee in there or your PayPal, don't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they come into your hall, and I think people are not realising as well. Hey, Bobby Love, I think they're not realising as well that it's all very well saying, oh, well, we'll just go over to X or we'll go over to TikTok. No. What you're not getting is Starmer has the fucking power to disconnect you. But not only you, but other people from watching you in the UK. So, yeah, they're saying about getting the...
Wow, I missed that. I was just, I had this sink on and clinging a bit in the kitchen. Wow. Farmville on Facebook. I'm in shock. I forgot. I somehow I let that go past me yesterday as well. I was just it was just so much blabble, just blah blah blah. This Facebook, this way, everywhere. We know everything about what's best for everyone. Blah blah blah.
Wow.
VPNs. See what comes next.
Mm.
They'll start banning VPNs. He's going to get his way. All these fucking fascists get their own way.
Mm.
And look who voted for them, right? Look who voted for these cunts. Actual people who are streamers who do exactly the same, they're all going to start getting taken down as well.
Mm.
So well done.
Mm. I think it's got a bound to happen. This is not about someone grassing people up. This is about to happen. They're hitting on it. So it's funny how so they're going for the people who are getting the big views, aren't they? So it's wait and see. So I obviously had the most views. Well, I don't know. I think other people might be. There's other streamers, but I think what they're doing is they're seeing other audits coming up now. You know,
it depends where you're streaming to, because don't forget, you can stream to other platforms at the same time.
Yeah, you can stream if you pay something. I don't know if you can do it through YouTube, but I know Prestige that they use, and that goes on to the OBS, goes on to the YouTube and other platforms. Yeah, I was up to our Spencer.
Well, so a lot of the gamers do it. Well, even like now on StreamYard, all you do is add your location. Your destination.
But that's different. They don't do it through StreamYard. It's through actual YouTube.
Yeah, you can do it on StreamYard too.
Yeah, but that means it's going to be a lot of aggro for them, because it's if they do it from Pristine or Streamlabs, you know, all they do is just do it through Streamlabs. And they
just do it through your PlayStation. Just do it through your PlayStation. You can stream to where the fuck you like.
Yeah, I'm on about the auditors. I mean, I know D Live. You can get paid on D Live. You don't have to be monetized either. People just go and throw it in, and you got.
I used to be on there when Busker was on there.
It's really hard to get on there, though.
What is it? Oh, it
used to be a pain in the arse.
And you pay them with lemons, and then they would convert that into money, and you would get that money. Like, you know what I was really disgusted with YouTube is there's a streamer who's monetized, and because they haven't quite got, I think it's 60 quid, they can't claim that money. You've got to wait till you've got 60 quid in your YouTube
Yeah,
account.
you've got to go to the threshold. Yeah.
Yeah, what a load of dog shit.
Yeah.
So they're making interest on what money you have got in there. What a cheek.
Yeah, and avoided paying the taxes. You ended up paying.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Yeah, I think this platform is shooting itself in the foot.
Wouldn't surprise me either. I might end up buying it off them. Would it be good though?
I don't know. I don't particularly want just one person running everything, but at the same time, I don't like. Look, to be honest, it's stifling. And Musk can buy out YouTube, for instance. It's not going to make no difference, easy. It's about what is being allowed to be broadcast in this country. You will be cut off. It will simply say you cannot view this content in the UK. Like, they're already doing it with Russia, right? Because when the Ukraine-Russia war kicked off, I was playing songs, and then I was getting a notification saying blocked in some territories. And when you went in and checked, it blocked it right. You could show it anywhere, but it was blocked in Russia. So that's what you're going to start seeing. Blocked in the UK.
You know that joke? I just put up that joke on my wall, yeah? About Israel, you know, doing blah, blah, blah. Somebody's taking that seriously.
What? Oh, I thought it was real, but I believe everything, don't I?
Oh, my God. Oh my God, I can't believe it. God, if they got the power for that, oh God. Oh, I bloody took it down as well, but unless anybody's got the fucking...
No!
Oh, I get put up with a stupid comment. I had someone with a pointless fucking comment. And I thought, do you know what? I ain't going to reply to it because it's so fucking stupid. I just deleted it.
Just put LOL. No way, I'm going to put it on Twitter tomorrow.
Oh, on Twitter, because I know they've got a sense of humour on there.
Where did you put it up on here then?
I put it on my wall.
Right, I'm going to go and put it on mine now, and I'm not taking it down for fucking no one. Fuck off.
And you're being anti-British. And
oh, rubbish.
It was a joke.
Exactly. Right, it's on my wall.
I left Danny Weston and stitches over my Diane Abbott post. It says, breaking news, Diane Abbott formally recognises plasticine.
Did you get that video I sent you of the Black American lady? I watch a lot of these, right, where they go and they review music and songs, right? She's done a review of it's called America Reacts to the New UK Anthem You Need to Hear, and she's lovely. She's absolutely loving it. And I said to her, thank you, and she was like, no, thank you. She's lovely. And I shared it as well, so, and I sent it to you.
Trouble is, I can't do it on here. They will fucking strike me on there. Hang on.
Who?
YouTube will strike me on that.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't use her content.
Actually,
Anyway.
there's a lot of Black Americans liking all our old stuff, actually, from years ago. I mean, you forget how old you are. You forget how old you are. You know, there's young kids listening to the Prodigy, you never heard of them before. And I thought, you ain't heard of the Prodigy? I thought, well, hang on, I am 54. You know what I mean? These kids were about 17.
Well, yeah, there's a lot. They're reviewing a lot of stuff, say, from the 70s and 80s.
Giles wasn't happy with my post. Oh, what, the Pinocchio one? No, he weren't, was he?
Oh, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Carry on.
I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up.
I put the link in the chat to that lady reviewing that. And do you know what? She's so happy and loving it. It's nice. So, look, it's not all doom and gloom, is it? We take too much notice of just crybabies that are around us.
Yeah. Oh, no, I watched a lot of Americans. They've been watching... they've been reviewing about the old football hooligans.
Not everybody on the planet has a mind like the two Bucks, for instance.
Well, it is these 4 young black lads. They were reviewing the football hooligans and the British England football songs.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, they're brilliant.
They just can't believe what we say there.
I know, they were absolutely...
I just don't know what to say. It's just horrific that they've just got no self-respect. How, as if they can't find some other fucking things to find humour and entertainment in than people suffering the most horrific fucking violence, however much they might quote unquote believe they deserve it or believe that they brought anything on themselves. To laugh, the sadistic fucking entertainment on what was the picture he keeps picking up of Pinocchio? I'm a real country. What the fucking sad cunts. Sad fucking existence. They're just gonna die miserable fucking abscess-ridden fat scorning fucking bitter deaths, and they're going to suffer justice and the humiliation beforehand. Sad, and they can repent, and they'll be crawling up. Yeah, it'll be a lonely return to society, and they'll have to beg their acceptance and their forgiveness. It's tragic. Yeah, and the legacies of the families, and it's just so sad. It was really just upsetting me then, making me, I don't want to show my weakness, but just as a human being, really a bit shaken with anger at how it's just disgusting. I'm just so glad we've been given the opportunity to document, record, and reflect on their behaviour, because they're not doing it.
Absolute stitches. But you know what as well? They were reviewing all the old comedy shows like Love Thy Neighbour, and they fucking loved it. They were loving it. They see the fucking joke of it. It's actually, the joke was on Whitey, come on. But there's another lot called their what they call, oh god, I keep
There's a guy called he actually came over to England to visit.
They're tribal people.
Aborigines.
And they review all like modern music, older music, literally everyone. And do you know what? These people are absolutely lovely.
Yeah, I mean, these young blokes, they were really great. They were just having the right laughs, you know. They're going, how can they get away with singing that? You know, like, you know, some of the songs that football matches.
Yeah, they have a proper laugh about it.
They say it's just outrageous saying it to a football player like that. Do you know what I mean? They just, because when you go to a sports event in America, you don't have none of that. Do you know what I mean? You just don't have none of it. It's quite boring if you go to a sports event. I went to American football. I was made to go, and over there, and it was like 6 hours of fucking pure boredom. Do you know what I mean?
Look, you know what they're doing now? The tribal people, they're trying like Western food. And they're really lovely people as well. They're just really funny as well. Tribal people react. I'm just going to get their tribals, of course. Tribals react to Prince. So all our like music, and some of it you can tell they're absolutely loving it.
Really
some of them
good.
know about music and instruments and stuff. Yeah, they're lovely people.
Funny as fuck, man. Reason I went early tonight because I'm not having the late one tonight. Just can't do it tonight.
Yeah, it's getting a bit much in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so Shines.
Hey, Lord.
I think he was upset yesterday, Shines.
Yeah, but look, people have got.
Classic moment for that. 5 hours later. This is only 28 minutes into the recording, and also it's at 1.5 speed. So this is like 45 minutes in, and it's 6 hours and 40 minutes long stream. It's like 45 minutes in, you stupid fucking pieces of shit.
Got to calm down easily because it's getting to where, you know, people jumping on just to shout.
If anyone didn't clock what he just said, it just said, I started earlier tonight because I can't be staying up late again. And I'm not sure if they yet spoke about the warnings or the, what do you call it, like the is it warning that the YouTube was giving, like an alert to, you should be asleep now. You need to sleep. Like when he logs in at 2 in the morning to do fucking beggy stream, paedophile, enabling, if not yourself. Dangerous, dangerous, tragic people.
Shout and shout and shout over and shout over and shout over, looking for an argument. And not only that, they're talking and talking and talking. And they ask you a question and carry on talking and talking and talking. Yeah. You never actually get to respond to that question. They'll go in full circle and then start again. And it just gets too much.
Yeah, talking over, it gets a bit too much for me, actually. It was getting on my nerves, actually. It was all like...
Well, like we always talk over, me and you fucking do that all the time. Yeah, but there's talking over, and there's just blatant fucking ignorance where they come on and they don't stop. They literally don't stop. And they're being quite rude, obnoxious, or whatever. And they'll be asking you a question, but they never let you answer. And I was trying to say, do you actually know what he's upset about? And you must have said it 4 or 5 times. And he still said no. Well, so you're not even listening. You're asking a question. You're not even listening to the answer.
Yeah, he doesn't know, does he? Because he's trolling mode at the time, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but we were having a right laugh as well. That's what pissed me off. And it's always the same person who makes an excuse to butt into your conversation, make it all about them. And like I said to you, it's always been like walking on eggshells. And I knew it would always come the day where I would have to put up with that mouth. And I'm just not going to put up with that mouth. So.
That Noel Clark, that actor Noel Clark, who was who's just been arrested.
Who?
Noel Clark.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just been arrested. Yeah.
Or what?
Doesn't say. They're not releasing any details.
Yeah, do you know what, Anne? I am absolutely with you on that. And I've said it a couple of times this week. So he said, I've decided to stay away from all the politics. It's getting too depressing. I've been watching more hobby. Yeah. So I've been watching wildlife stuff, documentaries, all sorts of stuff. I just can't cope with this political round and round and fucking round.
I'm just making a coffee. Okay,
all right.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do something different tonight, to be fair, you know?
Yeah, that's good. Look, everyone likes a reminder at better times, don't they? But, you know, when you're like seeing the same insults, you're like, change the record, find some new material, love, because I don't get the point in talking to a lad who's quite young about his stepdad doing him up the arse. You know, I've just had enough of all that talk. Oh, yeah, Luke, same here. Like, there's loads of films on here as well. If you're lucky to catch one before YouTube take them down, but there's always a film. There's always quite a few films on here. If you watch on your laptop or PC, you can get your ad blocker. And I've caught loads of films on here. And TV series. Yeah, exactly. Lodge. It's like, we've been looking in on this stuff for years. Like, other people here, like, years. And it's the same old, round and fucking round. And, oh, look at this channel, look at that channel. They're all talking about the same thing. Really, all you need is one or two. Exactly, Jen. There's no solutions in politics anyway. People will just fight what shite party to vote for and more now for the next few years. I'm only interested in lawful solutions and what people can unite around now, yeah. Yeah, because, you know, the very people who claim, oh, we're doing it for the women, they're actually not. They're all involved in nefarious shit. They certainly have not protected women. They've got an absolute fucking cheek to sit there making that claim. And then people who are quite squeaky clean get shoved out because these people are just bullies and smear merchants. Let them crack on.
I don't know if she was referring to herself there. I mean, that was just worth noting. For people who are quite squeaky keen, you just get pushed out. Oh my lord. Tragic.
But, you know, it's like with the auditors. Some of them are really good. They go and they literally will film. They'll go to a protest. They're not there to start trouble. They're just there to capture the day. So I'll always support civic auditors. But I'm not going to invest in ones who are just pure fucking numpties. Because I've noticed someone's taking all their videos down, aren't they? So they must be a little bit worried, right? And if you haven't got the bollocks to stand your ground, then don't be in any kind of fucking movement where you're whipping your content down because Channel 4 have turned up. I mean, who are Channel 4? Come on. Exactly, Jen. They're not interested in any of that. It's all about being on social media, talking about themselves, their boring lives, their boring fucking kids, their boring husband. I mean, I'm not being funny. I don't think a lot of people want to sit and listen to someone talking about what they, you know, the sort of day their kids had at school. Like, who fucking cares? Or what their husbands had for dinner. It's just so fucking dullard. I think it's all losing the spark, and that's why certain people, are always looking to cause drama to spark it all up again.
This is a big irony, like this big red alarm, hypocrite demon. It's just so unreal. It's what it is.
Yeah, no. I mean, people, they don't even watch TV most of the time. I mean, I haven't watched.
Yeah, that stank to me. Yeah, obviously the Channel 4 thing, that's going to come and bite them, isn't it? Yep. Well noted.
TV, fuck me, it must be about 15 years. Another load of old shite. People addicted to soap operas. But they come on here and they're all political and they know everything. And you're like, just fuck off. Go and watch your soap operas. Because there are people who actually believe that all that was real. Luke, hello, love.
Hello, Luke. Luke, if you want, Luke.
Yeah, come and say hello, Luke, if you've got time.
Okay, well, I was going to say to you, I YouTube you wakers. So, you know they copyright you if you play some music, copyright you. So, I worked out something. So, they say you can add sound. You search for the sound for your shorts, right? So, it occurred to me, I thought, hang on, you copyrighted some songs. So, I put in the same song one they copyrighted me on. And do you know what? It's allowed on my shorts. It's allowed on shorts. They ain't got a fucking load to stand on. I'm going to sit me up a couple.
I wonder if it's because it's not the full song, because I know Muckers uses them.
Yeah.
But you know your stream last night that you give me. I uploaded it to mine. It's obviously on private, and it'll stay on private. It's only if you ever need it, right? As evidence.
Yeah.
I got a thing saying that it can't be monetized, blah blah blah, for that song, Apache.
No, it's all right. When I go into it, it says,
Oh yeah. It says it doesn't affect it in any way.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, what's the fucking point in moaning about it then?
Because it's an automatic detector, isn't it? It's an automatic detector. That's all it is. Yeah. It's
Well,
quite.
they're so fucking anal, aren't they? But most of the time, it will say can't be viewed in some territories.
Yeah.
But every time I click that, it will say Russia.
Hello, Bucker.
Oh my God, what are you? Did you see all the old food, or did you miss that? You made
Is that AI? Is that AI?
It must be. What have I not seen, Mo?
Oh, Easy was showing all like the old food and chocolate bars and that.
Re-show them, please. I'm in one of them sweet.
Made
Do you
me
know what?
fucking hungry.
I've been on a like, listen, I'm not kidding, son. I am proper addicted, and I've known for a long time. And don't let anyone tell you can't get addicted to Coca-Cola. It's the caffeine and the sugar.
Oh yeah.
And I've been off it for 3 days, and this is how bad it is, right? So I've had a quiet day up until the evening, right?
Yeah.
So I goes to Elder and did a little bit of shopping, and then I've been to my mum's to cut a lawn. But for the last 24 hours, I have had the worst fucking headache ever, right? And I've Googled symptoms, right? And I'm not exaggerating. I've had a can of Coca-Cola the first in 3 days, and when I say that headache's gone within 15 minutes, I mean the headache. It's fucking mad, man. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to weigh my son down. But I can't go.
You know what? You saying that, my son's stepbrother, half brother, he's got a third, and he was. I got weed him off it in the end.
It's fucking bad, flu-like symptoms, and it's just gone within 15 minutes. I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't stand it any longer. Anyway, go on. What food have you been looking
Somebody
at?
else on here was proper hooked on Coca-Cola, and they cut down slowly. It sounds silly, but it's the caffeine.
Yeah,
Caffeine is addictive.
Well, it's not just that. It's because it's got sugar in it as well, and I've got a proper banging sweet.
Oh, you have the sugar one as well.
You like sweet stuff, don't you? Don't you make cakes and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, I'm a bugger for cake and chocolate, me.
Ah, well. Anyways, apart from that, what have you both been up to?
Nothing much.
Just that we were saying about last night, and hello, Red. Sorry, Easy. Actually, we keep butting in each other, but we do have a laugh about it.
Up a bit, play a few old 80s dinners where you don't have any more and things like that. It was quite enjoyable to watch memory lane, you know what I mean? The sweets and things like that. I just like changed it up a little bit instead of having politics.
An old dessert, wasn't it? Angel Delight, and he got proper hungry.
Did you have hundreds of thousands on top of it?
Sorry, mate.
No.
Did you not? I used to like that pink one with hundreds of thousands on it, and a little sprinkle of bits, candy bits on top of it.
I don't like the coloured hundreds and thousands. I like the vermicelli, the chocolate one.
Do you know
the chocolate one was nice, yeah. Did they do a banana one, or have I made that up?
Yeah, they did have banana, but they do a caramel one now.
You know, most of the foods were made up north, you know, most of the foods.
The caramel one's nice, I've had that. It's like a Biscoff flavour, actually. But
yeah.
Oh, I do like the cream caramel desserts.
Oh, yeah. I like a bit of cream caramel.
And Biscoffs are just out this world.
Oh, my son likes that jar on his
toast. Got to try a Biscoff cheesecake.
Yeah, my son loves that. He has that on his toast, that Biscoff.
Did you see that cake I made last Christmas?
No.
It cost me an arm and a leg for the ingredients.
A Christmas cake, or
No, it was because it's all like an Oreo thing going on. So it was a cookie and cream one where you use Oreo biscuits, you crush them up. Oh my God, it was fucking amazing. I'm going to have to find the picture and put it up on the episode. Yeah, it's well known.
Biscoff ice cream now. I thought it was
Polish. And Oreo. That's Oreo.
It was a Polish brand, Biscoff. I thought it was Polish.
You like them club?
Italian, isn't it?
Them club biscuits, the orange ones, I've got a thing for them and gold bars. I know we're not talking about cakes.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, club oranges. I like orange chocolate.
Orange green, yeah, I
get 18 for a pound. Get 18 for a pound.
Get what? Sorry?
You get 18 for a pound in Iceland for club biscuits.
Do you? Well, I think there's about 8 in that packet, and from Aldi, and I paid more than that. That sounds better value. Have a look. We're in Iceland near the closest one's in Down Dewsbury Road. No, it's not.
I found out something really interesting. You know the Doritos, like the tortillas?
Yeah.
I thought they only came out like in the early 90s. Apparently, they were made in the 40s. What they used to do, they used to chuck out something like scraps, and this person made it into tortillas. It made out of old rubbish leftovers. And he made it in the first couple of years. He made something like 100 billion out of it. I get it. It's out of scraps. It was made. He got the idea out of scraps, Hang on.
You forget how old some of these brands are. We're looking at another one, like some of fizzy soda brands have been around for like over like in like early 1800s and stuff, and it's mental.
Yeah, like
There's a lot
Coca-Cola.
like that. Yeah.
Coca-Cola actually did used to have cocaine in it.
Yeah.
And it's sold as like a medicinal thing.
People forget how long cocaine's been around for. They were smashing that stuff in Victorian times. It's fucking mad.
Yeah. Oh, cocaine was a luxury drug back in the day.
Yeah. Schweppes, that's another brand that's been around since late 800, I think.
Yeah, and you've got our White's lemonade in Iceland. They sell 3 litres of that for £2.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Schweppes was founded in 1783 in Geneva, Switzerland. It's mad, isn't it?
Oh, and right, so Schweppes, what's the mixer one? Indian tonic.
Yeah.
That I don't know if it's still got. It's an ingredient. I can't remember the bloody name of it, but it actually helps with malaria.
Yeah.
But recovering from it.
Yes, it's got. You know the sweats, so it's good as well if you've got a cold or flu, anything where you're sweating. It's good for that as well. I can't remember the name of the ingredient. I will find out. So yeah, get your Indian tonic. I'm not sure it's in it now. Quinine.
Oh, quinine. Yeah, they give that for cramp and stuff. Apparently,
Do you know
lots of cramps.
Do you know what I was did? The pub stopped selling was wholesome pills, right? You used to get it on tap, or you used to have them in them little bottles, right? And I didn't find it. I always, if I had lager, I had that if I go on the train to football, because I realised it was for diabetics. There's no sugar in it. It's just
It's Lig in chat.
Yeah.
Is Kimmy in chat?
No.
Don't think so.
Check the Operation N echo chamber. Helen, as well, if you're listening, there's an update being posted in. Right, sorry, go on. I don't want to talk.
You're lighting us, Muppers.
Oh, it's a secret, top secret echo chamber on this top secret app that posts these top secret echo chambers. And
no.
Yeah, Helen, Lig, who else? Zara's been removed. She's been causing trouble in there. Cheeky Shops is still in. Operation N, just have a look, lasses. Right, nice one. Right, moving on.
Is that the one where Helen gets paid?
Well, there's a screaming cockney, and she don't like Jewish people, and she falls out with a lot of people. And the N may or may not stand for a sort of like a Western female name like Nicola. Anyway, just check lasses. Right, moving swiftly on. Why do you need an invite, Moon? You're not in it.
No, I'm not in it. I don't get paid for anything.
Just play along for the sake of playing along. I'll send you an invite later on. Moving swiftly on.
Oh, Violet, we needed you here the other day, actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
What we were talking about, Christians, wasn't we?
It was to do with what was it, Marcus? The other night we both said. Oh, I know what it was.
Violet is probably the only what I could describe as following Bible, true Christian.
Yeah. What did she think about the Maoris?
Oh, tearing up
that Maori group. That Christian
Destiny
group.
Church of Destiny, Destiny Church in the New Zealand and some of the stuff.
I've seen it.
That's it.
It's not. Yeah. Anyway, listen. If you're following Christian teachers, you shouldn't fucking tearing up anybody's shit. And so it's
No, you shouldn't. No, you're quite right. No flag should be torn up, really.
Yeah, but I think it was the other aspects of what was going on within that cult. Like, they've got to keep calling themselves Christians, haven't they?
I've still not watched that series. It is on my to-do list. Under his
Oh, yeah.
She's gone, oh, gosh, I don't know about that. But, sorry. I think I'll quite right.
Yeah,
right, moving swiftly on. Why do you need an invite, Moon? You're not in it.
No, I'm not in it. I don't get paid for anything.
Just play along for the sake of playing along. I'll send you an invite later on. Moving swiftly on.
No, I'm not in it. I don't get paid for anything.
Just play along for the sake of...
See, what do we make of that? Just so I mean, the mucker of the name mucker. If you look up the word mucker, it means to be like an investigator towards truth, basically. And what could they mean by what are they trying to just like say out loud but not say much? Like, but we already know what they're all up, what loads of them are up to anyway, particularly Helen. But it's just so weird to say it out loud and publicly. They're just insane.
She falls out with a lot of people. And the N may or may not stand for a sort of like a Western female name like Nicola. Anyway, just check lasses, right?
The Operation N is maybe or maybe not Operation Nicola. Mad.
Right, moving swiftly on. Why do you need an invite, Moon? You're not in it.
No, I'm not in it. I don't get paid for anything.
Just play along for the sake of playing along. I'll send you an invite later on. Moving swiftly on.
Oh, Violet, we needed you here the other day, actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
what we was talking about? Christians, wasn't we?
It was to do with what was it, Marcus? The other night we both said. Oh, I know what it
Reverend
was.
Violet is probably the only what I could describe as following Bible, true Christian.
Yeah, what did she think about the Maoris?
Oh, tearing up the
that
flag,
Maori
yeah.
group, that Christian
Destiny
group.
Church of
That's
Destiny,
it.
Destiny Church in the New Zealand and some of the stuff.
I've seen it.
That's it.
It's not. Yeah. Anyway, listen. If you're following Christian teachings, you shouldn't be fucking tearing up anybody's shit. And so it's
No, you shouldn't. No, you're quite right. No flag should be torn up, really.
Yeah, but I think it was the other aspects of what was going on within that cult. Like they've got to keep calling themselves Christians, haven't they?
I've still not watched that series. It is on my to-do list. Under his
Oh yeah.
She's gone, oh gosh, I don't know about that. But sorry. I think I won't play it again now. It might start off again, might get Triller on started off again. If I have to read that bloke's name ever again, Tanaki, I'll fucking kill him.
Brian Tamaki. Was it?
Who is? Oh.
Anna and Brian, wasn't it? His missus. No, honestly, I think his name was Brian. I might have just made that up. I think it was Brian Tamaki. Here, before we move on from food, I've got to give this recommendation because I'm telling you, if you want value for money, they've gone down the wall. I think they were about £1.89, but for some reason they're now £1.39. It's thin base, 10-inch, I think, or 12-inch. Aldi's own pizza. It's not their. It's done. It's not branded Aldi. It's branded somewhere else, but it's like
right, yeah.
Like a Goodfellas. Not well. It's not. Anyway, you get it. Honestly, the thin base, sweet chili chicken. Honestly, it does me one meal. In fact, it'd probably do somebody else.
You know what, Matt? Because I know something is better and cheaper. Like Iceland's own pizzas.
No, listen, I've been to Iceland and they do some good stuff, but I just go to Aldi just closer. But honestly, you cannot go wrong. £1.39. Just try one and you'll see. Go on anyway.
Oh yeah, I bet they will be good. I mean, the Iceland pizzas are better than the ones you get fucking delivered. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, I tell you something, Eater. When you eat a Domino's one, I had one about 2 weeks back. You feel grubby. You feel these. Honestly, try one.
I love Domino's.
Yeah, well, so do I, but it's just fucking expensive. But what I'm saying is, are you paying 20 quid for a pizza and maybe a side, or like when you compare that £1.39?
I'm boycotting them because I don't take cash, only fucking $5.
If you're on a budget, though, honestly, just go.
Yeah. Oh no, they're really good.
The ham and pineapple's bland as fuck. They do a vegetable one, and that's nice. It's got aubergine on and a bit of pesto. But the sweet chili chicken is out of this world. Right, go on, I'm going on it. Sorry, Iceland.
You know what I want to find out? You living where you live, Marcus, is the prices different to what they are down south?
I don't think the supermarket is. Obviously, the mortgages are and the house prices. But pubs are, yeah. But if you go into supermarkets, I think it's all pretty same price. But house prices and the pubs and restaurants probably are down south, yeah. But
so if you like winning McDonald's or Burger King, so down here for a meal, it's about a tenner now.
No, that's the same up here.
Yeah,
I think the cost of living is more like restaurants and stuff and pubs. So you'll probably be paying like in city centre of London. What are you talking about? £9, £10 a pint, something like that. £8 a pint. Yeah, but all supermarkets at the same price. You could sell if you've got your own house down there, sell up, and you could like upgrade your house to like a. Listen,
my brother's moved up to the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
And he sold his place in London, and he got a 3 times bigger place up there.
My dad went to one of these. He went to see Imagine Dragons who were playing at Tottenham Stadium. I think it was Tottenham Stadium, right? It was, and at one of these Airbnbs. And it were fucking docile. He got half his money back. They obviously just rent it out to young lads going down there and what have you. But over the road, it's so weird. Is London? You were video live streaming it for me. Over the road were like what you describe up here as council blocks, flats, and then over the road were like a row of like 4 terraced houses, and then another street along there was semi-detached, and then it were council blocks again. It's fucking weird in a city, London. Anyway, well I don't know if you class it as in a city, but anyway, fucking shithole, right? But while we're looking at these terraced houses and these semi-detached, you're looking at like 600,000 for one of them, if not more, 500, 600,000. Up here, you'd get like a 4-bedroom detached house for that. Easy, 5-bedroom new build. Fucking mental, man.
Believe it or not, Brighton's like that. It's London prices.
Well,
Brighton.
I'm not knocking it, but I wouldn't ever live in London. I'm sorry. No.
Look, if your dad ever goes to London again, and if he's going to the middle thing, go to Kew Bridge, bring your in, he'll get a.
He couldn't get there. It was booked up. He does normally go, but he does use Airbnbs. But because he had to go here. But that was another
Kew Bridge near Brentford. You're still right near the town, the city of London. It's only a train ride. You could have got a room for 30.
Yeah, but it's all right if you know London. If you're from up north and you don't know tube network, take some way. Anyway, watch Airbnbs because they're not perfect. Fucking boiler broke on him.
Oh, I got one. You know what? I was a bit bad about Airbnbs. It was a town sort of flat house we rented out for a night in Burnley.
Yeah.
Stayed over in Burnley because we didn't want to travel back. I think it was like it worked out something like 25 quid each, and it was fucking brilliant actually.
It goes bike trialing easy, and it's to be fair, it's like he must have used it over the last 4 years about 30 times, and he's only had one bad than this one, so it's all right. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're more likely to get more shitty places than the seaside areas, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? There's some fucking dives. They get away with it, though. They get away with it, you know. But,
well, they've probably got away with that. That one, for example, has probably always been a dive, but because it was close to the stadium, etc., they probably just get young lads going there right now that don't really follow it. What do you say? Not bothered, but what it did, it was fucking mental.
Yeah, the prices are fucking high. I mean, booking up in Liverpool that time was fucking good enough, but the prices up in Liverpool.
How much did you pay for that, can I ask?
Yeah, it was the Grand Hotel. You know the Adelphi?
No, go on. I don't know Liverpool.
It was one of the biggest. It worked out 80 quid a night. 85 quid a night. I thought for up Liverpool, that's fucking expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I thought it was really dear, 85 quid. But then again, sorry,
I couldn't remember what day. We were thinking it's Friday today. It's Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday, yeah. Because we used to stay in Barnsley all the time if we played away tour, and we used to have a night out in Barnsley, and we used to enjoy it. I know you're going to say fucking Barnsley. Everybody said to us, "Why do you like Barnsley?" We just did.
I've been twice with Leeds over the years, but years back, and that were another 10 minutes. And it's fucking doss up, just me.
A lot of strange people up in Barnsley. They all look like parties up there.
They're the most fucking, and they're as bad as Sheffield Wednesday for it in Leeds. Honestly, there's something weird about them. Them, fucking Huddersfield, they are without doubt. Even Sheffield United are nowhere near any of them sorts of fucking just. You mentioned Leeds or something, and it's just fucking funny attitude. It's the fucking man. There were some workmen come to the last workplace I was at, and they were doing overhead cranes, and they.
This is just rubbish. I think I might go over my notes for the stream and maybe see if there's anything more of relevance to Muckers, but there's no point in just playing it for the sake of playing it. All right, people. Peace. And thank you for the email, darling. And we'll see you over at Kaylee's. Good night, everyone.